Welcome in. Welcome in, Angel. How are y'all doing today? How's everyone? Well, who lost an hour of sleep? Because I went to bed at I tried to go to bed a little bit earlier because I was like, but it's still waking up. Like my alarm went off and I was like, oh my god, it feels too early. Do not like. I thought you're calling Estat like Estat Bear. But you're saying like Estat, hello, bear, hello. I thought it was like a cute little nickname. But yeah. Yeah, you need a comma there, of course. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? It's we're having like we had like a really nice weekend last weekend. And then Vancouver has returned. And it was pouring rain yesterday. It was like a rainstorm pretty much. I was like driving and I was like, oh god, it's a disaster, you know. Or like dumb light savings. They've been talking about getting rid of daylight savings for so long. Um, but I think the issue is they're waiting for America to change the time because like it would be kind of awkward for us to be out of sync with like California and like um Seattle, stuff like that, right? Um Angel Fuki Bears. Yeah, that was the vibe I was getting. Don't act like you don't like it, Angel. It's comforting, isn't it? I'm happy you guys leave an hour. Easier to match schedules with Kimmy now. Are you slightly off? I thought you were in Eastern time. Am I wrong? I'm terrible at geography. And welcome in Spy Hunter. We are stubborn Americans. It's more like it's the government. Like everything is very slow to change, right? Like I think in general, kind of everyone wants to get rid of daylight savings, but like someone has to do it first, and everyone's slow. um, but yeah, honestly, I would depend. I honestly like. I'm okay with just being out of sync with America. It would be a little bit annoying. Like it'd be like, oh, we have PSD, but then it would be like Canadian PSD or something, you know. But who knows? And Walk Min Peak. This is a really cute hoodie, isn't it? I got it from TwitchCon. I think it was like got it at the artist booth. Um, we have 1 hour difference now. Yesterday too. Oh, you're 1 hour off. Interesting. I thought you were exactly on PSD. The country's in the talking stage, waiting for the others to make a move. Probably something like that. Yeah. I think it's just more like Canada waiting on America. But maybe at this point they might just be like, screw it, screw you guys. We're gonna change our time. But I don't think it's like a huge priority. I think time change is stupid. Yeah, yeah. It's what if you guys could keep one time for all of us who are in daylight savings places? Um, like, do you guys want it to be perpetually summertime or perpetually wintertime? 4 with you guys. Oh, okay, okay. I thought it was 3. I guess I'm off, but I guess it changes based on daylight savings, so that's fun. And welcome in, Ratzi. How dare you be late? That's going on your report card. Winter? So if it's winter time, then it's earlier in the morning, right? Or sorry, there's more daylight in the morning. That's what you prefer? An extra hour. Sorry, my brain is confused. Because like if we have perpetually summertime, then it will be dark really. It won't get dark till later, right? I prefer the one where it gets lighter earlier in the morning because I hate waking up when it's dark out. But then I also kind of hate when it's dark at like 3 p.m. But like, what can you do about that? Spring you lose an hour, winter extra hour. I mean, just get the hour somewhere else, right? It just shifts, right? Whatever time gets me more sleep. I don't think you get more sleep if we just don't change times. I think it's just the same. Miju hates dark. I mean, don't we all? I'm definitely more of a morning person than a night person though. So I'm not. I don't like going out. I don't like going out after dark. Like if I'm like, oh, I need to go grocery shopping, but if it gets dark at like 3, then I won't be able to go. You know? I'm like, oh, the world is too scary out there when it's dark. And welcome into Conian, bambled by daylight, bamboozled by daylight savings. I warned you. I warned you yesterday. It would be early. It's. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter for you at this point. Maybe you'll be able to come to a Wednesday stream. You would love coming to Genshin. But yeah, I guess it doesn't matter because I stream early anyway, so it's not like too late for people. But yeah, so it's gonna be a bit tired today, and then hopefully I'll be able to sleep early tonight, and then I'll survive somehow. That's my plan. I woke up, was like, this is way too early to be up, and then I had coffee, and I'm slightly alive now. But it's not ideal for sure. What have you guys been up to this weekend? I actually had my physio yesterday. Because my instructor was busy, so she was like, just go to physio. And I was like, okay, hello physio. So then the physio told me I was getting stronger. And then my instructor was laughing and she was like, how could you be stronger in 2 weeks? I was like, I don't know, man. I've been doing that. I've been doing all the exercises every day. And she was like, okay, fine. So if Miju's Korean and Malaysian, Japanese, Canadian, does that mean International Women's Day? It's just Miju Day? Yeah. I am an international woman. You know Hawaii doesn't do daylight? Some of Arizona? What the hell? That's so confusing. You finally tried streaming and your first viewer was a scammer? And you didn't tell us? You streamed and you didn't tell us? What's up with that? You're supposed to tell us. When did you stream? Yesterday? You thought with dog to come into. I was like, what is this sentence? You fought with dog to come into for bed Friday. Started yesterday with the Baldur's Gate mod. Walter White not doing daylight savings is epic. Is it Walter White's fault? Some of Arizona. Yeah, I guess we do have like really weird times. Like sometimes you look at the time zone line and it's like a straight line and then it's like, oh, we're just excluding this one and then it just goes back down. Like so I think some places just like they just refuse, you know? So if we all just didn't do daylight savings, it'd be so much easier because it's also weird that we do daylight savings, Europe does daylight savings, but it's like 2 to 3 weeks off. And I'm like, why don't we just do it at the same time? You know, like it's such a disaster. And a lot of countries just don't do daylight savings at all, you know? So it's like it's very confusing because like every time I have to talk to my every time I have to like my grandparents and stuff in Japan will be like, oh, you guys are in summertime, right? You guys are in wintertime, right? So they had to like figure out like they don't know how to like use their phones to do like the you know the what's it called? Like they don't know how to like look up the time zone, so they like do it manually. So they have to figure out if we're in wintertime or summertime. Not even with Baldur's Gate, the work in progress. Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. I just didn't want to doja anymore. I mean, that's valid. I feel like your first time playing Stardew, you should really do the community center. Cause I feel like gameplay wise, it's more rewarding. Cause like Joja is very like one note. I think it's not like I mean, it is easier, but like it's definitely more like you get more. I feel like this community center is very centered around like you know obviously like accessing different parts of the game and like engaging with different parts. So it makes kind of like a good like first experience slash like tutorial almost. So I think it's good, and I always find it more fun. Cause like I'm always gonna be making a lot of money in Stardew. Like that's always like a secondary goal or like a main goal, I guess. But like I think finding the community center stuff is satisfying. You streamed off PS5, so no mic. Literally just farm. Oh, no mic. You gotta get the mic. What's the point if we can't speak to you, man? I hope the scammer was nice. But next time you stream, let us know. Especially if you have a mic. There's that random time where we're only 5 hours behind and then we go to 6 hours behind. Yeah, it's confusing. It's confusing. We're the last Sunday of March. Like, why? I don't care when it is. I just want us to be like on the same time because my company and probably a lot of other companies are like global, right? So like for like 3 weeks, our meetings, like depending on like if someone from NA or someone from Europe made the meeting, they like shift. So like all the meetings that my manager made, who's in Ireland, they're like all like 1 hour later. And then so then like the meetings start like clashing with each other because because some of the meetings stayed in place and some of the meetings moved. So it's like it's a disaster. Naming yourself the item ID for treasure chest, pearl, and prismatic shard were in the guide. Really? Oh, because you get a lot of them. Pearl is very specific. Why do you need a pearl? But honestly, like you get a lot of they lowered the drop rate for prismatic shards. So you don't get that many now. Like I've been in Skull Caverns a fair bit, and I only have like maybe 4 or 5, which is not a lot. Like you'd get a lot more before. But you still have like enough. Like how many prismatic shards do you really need? Your friend took a bath at like 1:50 a.m. and came out at 3:05 and started analyzing his life. That's funny. I like when a lot of people are up during the time change, right? So it's like it's a very strange experience. But I don't stay up that late, so I've never had this experience. They have to be the same time as California. Wait, are you in the part of Arizona that doesn't change time, Bear? That's crazy. How did that? Do you know like the reason? They just refuse? Like they're just like, yeah, like we don't want to. Like valid, I guess. You made sure to go to bed before this time change so I don't get scammed. I mean, it's kind of the same, huh? I guess you stay up till 2 a.m. and then suddenly it's 3 a.m., you know? There's nothing you can do about that. It's like, even if you sleep before the time change, it changes in your sleep and then you lose 1 hour sleep anyway. So it's like, what are you going to do about that, you know? I feel like we all don't like this change, you know? Like, we're not farmers anymore. I mean, maybe some of us are farmers, but like, you know, most of us are not farmers, you know? So I don't think we should do this entire time change shenanigans just for the few people who are farmers. No offense to farmers. That's true. I guess we are kind of farmers in Stardew. Angel, you've never played Stardew? You gotta get on that. You would love it. Maybe you need to add that to your, like, how long is your gaming backlog? You need to add it somewhere. Preferably near this front. Why doesn't Stardew have a time change? Imagine. Patch 1.6 point something. Added daylight savings. That would suck. Oh, although, like, I don't know if it was 1.6, but he definitely added later on, like, that the days get darker faster in the winter, which is kind of fun. Although kind of not fun because it's like, I'm always out late in Stardew, you know, so it's like, it's a bit annoying. Glow Ring can only do so much. Fishing is fun. Disagree. I got a mod. I got a mod that skips the fishing mini game, and then you can also enable auto hook. It just like automatically gives you the auto hook enchantment. So then I'll be like watching a stat stream, and I'll just like max cast the rod and then just like look away. I'm like, I'm not bothering with this. I had it for a bit, but then I'm like, I actually don't like fishing. And then I was like trying to get mastery because like I needed fishing level 10 for mastery, right? So then I was literally just like spamming the fishing rod. I was like, until I got fishing level 10. You have like 4 games and then started a chill game as a no story plot. Yeah, there's like a loose story / plot, but like it's definitely not the main aspect of it. Although a lot of people really like romancing the characters. You hate the dark in Stardew? The worst mine floors? The dark floors. Those suck. Um, it's too hot and the extra hour of sunlight would increase energy consumption too much. Oh, interesting. Interesting. It's just too hot. Okay, that's funny. But also not funny because that sucks. It's too hot. But that's an interesting reason. Fishing IRL looks super fun. Is it? Isn't fishing IRL gameplay just it's just you just wait, right? How long does it take for the fish to bite? There's no deluxe bait in real life fishing, you know? Like how long does it take? You might not even ever catch a fish. Yo's grind level 10 fishing before the mines open. What the hell, Ratsy? You grind level 10 before day 5? You good? Oh my gosh, I cannot. And welcome in Sushi of the Games. How are you? What games have you been playing? You always call me a gamer, but what have you? I know you've been playing Genshin, but you play anything else? Slightly drizzly. Oh, Marvel Rivals, right? I will see you posting your rank, but I'm always like pretty sure it's Marvel Rivals, but it could be a different game. Slightly drizzly day, chilling on a dock, singing your feet. You're gonna fish in the rain? I guess that's the only way you can catch a catfish. Fishing is the best moneymaker till the mines. Then I prioritize Skull Cavern so I can sell my Iridium bars. That's valid. I honestly, like, I know fishing is a really good early game, but I just don't like fishing, so I don't do it. Like, until I have, like, my other skills level 9, I just only catch the community center fish, and I guess the missing bundle fish. And then I just, like, yeah, I just like leave it. I was like fishing level 2 until like, you know, I finished the community center, and then I grinded it out because I wanted the mastery. But fishing levels come quite quickly. The last one is always like combat. The combat one is annoying. You play many different games. I mean, you are a gamer, yeah. You gotta do night fishing during rain. When I play with a friend, he only fishes. I do everything else. A lot of people are like that. But yeah, it's I'm not like that, which is good, I guess, that other people are like that, because then they can do all the fishing, and I will just do other stuff, you know. But I'm kind of done with my Stardew save now at this point. I'm like right at the end of summer, year 2. And I never make it to the grandpa cutscene. Like I literally like, this time I was like, oh, there's so much late game stuff added. I'm gonna do it all. But then it's like, well, once you're in the late game, it's not, I mean, aside from perfection, obviously, it's not like getting all the stuff in the late game. It's like usually just like money, right? It's just like, okay, you need $2 million for the return scepter. You need like whatever $1 million for the obelisk. And it's like that's just like waiting for my star fruit wine, you know? Stardew feels like a 2-year in-game type of game. I think it depends on your playstyle. I think if you're a min-maxer, I've seen this pattern. If you're a min-maxer, then you get bored after like year 1, because like you're like min-maxing all the money, but the money scaling in the game, it's like year 1, it's very rewarding. There's a lot of progress, but then after that, you have so much money that you have like nothing to do with it, right? So it's like and then for me, I also get bored after I finish the community center, because it's like it's fun to be efficient with finishing the community center, but once it's done, it's like, what can you do? Got to use that in your perfection save. I mean, there's so much to do in perfection. I went to check my perfection for the first time, and I had 19%, and I was like, oof, that's rough. And it was like cooking recipes, like, or like recipes cooked, it was like 30%. I was like, okay, I'm okay with that, you know? And I have zero friendship with anyone. My farmer has no friends. You get bored before you even finish year one. I like doing year two summer so I can have my star fruit. That gives you a lot of enjoyment. Cause that's when you really see the profits. But then okay, the point of that is like I didn't even process all my star fruit, and one batch of like 300 starfruit wine is it's over $1 million, or it's like something like that, right? It's like 300 something. And like at that point it's like, okay, you're making $1 million every, like, how long does it take, like 6 days? Then it's like, what do you do, you know? In week one of spring one, you finished the mines and had all the spring and season fish you could catch. Yeah, exactly. But then there's, I guess, Skull Cameron is never ending. But at a certain point, it's like, I have so much iridium. It's like, what am I gonna do with all this iridium? And there's no point selling it like later in the game. Like, if you have like $1 million in the bank, like, are you really bothering to sell your iridium? Can't be bothered. And welcome in Red Light, and welcome in Kyle. Hope you guys are doing well today. You heard Hi Choose You rated you? Yes, I met them a couple of times. I think they also really like Gudetama. You get frustrated if you can't 100% a game. I think it's what 100% a Genshin Mag. You gotta be really careful what you play then. I think Stardew's, I mean, I guess you must have 100% a lot of games at this point. I've never, but I think as far as I can tell, Stardew's is pretty rough. It's pretty it's a lot. It's like shipping every item, cooking every dish. It's like cooking every dish. Come on. Perhaps Miju would get more into Stardew if she married someone. I have. I've married Abigail. I've married Sebastian. I've married Elliot. I've married Alex. I haven't married everyone, but like I have done that. I don't really care at this point. Nice Blackpink song. Thank you. Gwen the completionist. She is, yeah. Just without the scammage. You mean the guy, Gerard? She's not running a charity scam. You're really annoyed with the stupid video game and started. You spent 5 hours on it, couldn't beat it. You mean Journey of the Prairie King, or do you mean Junima Kart? Because there's two. Yeah, stuff like that, I could not be bothered. Like, I was like, I could not be bothered, like, to do the Fairy King. Every time, like, the annoying thing about dating Abigail, she asked you to help with her like her Prairie King level, and I was like, I can't help you, man. I suck at this game. You also restarted to marry Penny. I don't see any point in talking to anyone anymore. They don't give me money or anything good. Some of them have like, some of the villagers have like crafting recipes locked behind them. But like a lot of villagers will give you a specific crafting, and if you're going for perfection, you need those. And sometimes they send you useful stuff in the mail, but not everyone. Did you just games you enjoy? I enjoy it. You love getting 100% in Resident Evil 4. Yeah, fair enough. Prairie King, why is that a Steam achievement? I don't know. It's rough. And I think like it wasn't Prairie King, but it was Junimo Kart. Concerned Ape said he regretted adding that achievement to the game. And then he ended up making it easier. Because you can like, it saves after each level, so you can like go to sleep and then go back. But he said he regretted it. You get them to level 7 friendships. I do that, but you mean level 8? We skip every cutscene now. Yeah, I don't really bother. There's some cutscenes I still have not seen in Stardew. Like sometimes I'll be watching a Stardew video and then they'll have some sort of like, I don't know, like Shane cutscene. I'm like, man, I've never seen this before. Penny's quite unpopular though in the Stardew Valley community. People don't like her. You wanted to go to the Blackpink concert, but I don't have enough to go. It's in July. I know Blackpink concerts are really expensive. Blackpink tickets are expensive. I'm sorry. Concert tickets these days are so expensive. But yeah, it's they're not coming anywhere near me anyway. Don't have to worry about that. I could just save my money. You married Penny because she's nice with kids. That's true. That's true. Did you give Rain and Rosin? Is that your kids? Is that your children's names? Rain and Rosin. I mean, she is good with kids, to be fair. Yeah, but some of the other villagers probably are too. Like there was like there was like a I was watching like I think Shawnee Do had like a Stardew Valley Family Feud, and one of the questions was like, who would you trust to take care of your kids? And then Harvey was not on the list. I was like, well, why would you not put like why would Harvey not on there? You know? Because like for me, I'd be like, yeah, Penny would be a great one. Evelyn would be great. But yeah, we'll see. Some of the choices were strange. I'm pretty sure like Linus was on there. I'm like, I guess he takes care of Leo like later on, but like Linus. You still need to play that game, Resident Evil 4. The remake or screw daylight savings. I know, it's painful. I felt like so dead when I woke up this morning. It was not a good time. Yeah, hope you're doing well today, despite the 1 hour, lack of sleep. The remake? I guess you played the original. Yeah, I've never been a big Resident Evil fan. I don't mind watching it, but I've never gotten into it. Maybe because like that there's I don't know. I think it's probably hard for me. Yeah, it's not a fan. You literally have a cosplay. That's true. I am Ada Wong, to be fair, but like it's a bit conceited to play your own game, you know? Like I lived it. I've lived the Resident Evil. Would your one family member from Japan grind that one game Resident Evil? I think he wouldn't. I think the action games are too hard. Like for first person, it's like a first person, not first person, but like it's like a pretty action heavy game. No, I think it'd be too hard. I think I'm just gonna stick with turn based games for my uncle because I think he struggles with the controls. You prefer having more sun in the evening, but also love sleep. I think I prefer having more sun in the morning. But I know a lot of people on Twitch are a lot of people on Twitch are night owls. Turn-based games like Baldur's Gate 3. I think Baldur's Gate 3, I actually was like thinking, but firstly it's on Switch. And then secondly, I think it's too complex. It's probably a bit too complex. You made a fun project at uni for Resident Evil 4. You made a little book. It was a combo between you and your dad because it was his favorite game, and I used to watch him play. Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's cute. I think it must be fun having a gamer parent because my mom knows like nothing about games. But I guess we will all be gamer parents if we have kids, right? And it'll be like. How do you even introduce children to games? Like, I guess you just get like, what, like Nintendo games? And you're like, here, child, play this game. Like, what do you choose, you know? Like, if you had a child, what game would you show them first? He doesn't play anymore, which is sad. He only likes watching me play stuff. I mean, maybe he just enjoys sharing the experience with you. I sometimes prefer just watching people play stuff as well. You don't like sleeping. I understand how beneficial it is, but I feel like I'm wasting my time. That's a hot take, Ricky. Just play whatever in front of them and see what has them glued to the screen. That's true. Put your kid in front of TV with the controller, turn on Elder Ring, tell them go. They might actually like, I don't know, depending on how old the kid is. Kids learn fast. Cause like didn't people who grew up with like NES games and stuff, like those games were hard, right? And kids were out there playing like pretty challenging games and like pretty punishing games, and they got through it. And don't know how, but like they did. Like kids are pretty I think kids learn faster in terms of games because like they're more willing to try things than just be wrong, you know? And welcome in, Woozy. Hope you're doing well today. Because I think like um this is something that I noticed in like the gaming for a non-gamer series where he makes his wife like play different games, and when she didn't know how to do something, she wouldn't just like try different buttons, right? But I think if you were a child, you would. You know, you'd be like, oh, like let me just press every button on the controller and see what happens. You know, but I think adults are a bit more wary, you know, a bit more methodical, which is not always a good thing. Plot twist, your kid dodges waterfowl every time, then you've raised a prodigy. I think it's a time thing too. Kids got infinite time. That is true as well. Yeah, that's a good point. Cause like I feel like if you're an adult, you're not gonna like waste time just like you know, banging your head against this like one level in a game. And then it's like you have nothing else to do if you're a kid. You're just like, I'm just gonna beat this, or like especially back in the day, it's like, oh, I own this one game. My parents let me buy this one game or like rent this one game, and like so like if I don't play this, like there's nothing else. Like I gotta beat this, you know. I think there's like that sort of mentality as well. Um, you got the enemies to lovers plot. I got hater for life. Oh no, Ricky, were you the baby that like didn't want to sleep? You swear you've had the same stream title for a year straight? Possibly. Welcome in, Firecog. It changes a little bit sometimes, but it's generally the same, yeah. If it's not broken, don't change it, you know? Waste time on one level in the game. Totally not mean at playing 5 hours of Prairie King. I mean, yeah, adults do that, yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean someone who's learning a game. Like if you were an adult and you weren't really into games, you wouldn't spend 5 hours on Prairie King, right? Like if you were introducing like your mom to a video game, she would not spend 5 hours beating this beating trying to beat Prairie King, you know? Like she'd probably stop very early on. It's broken, please change it. Your mind is collapsing from seeing the same title. I'm sorry, man. It's what would be the new title every time, you know? Like I'm always doing the same thing. If it's like a game, then I can put it in the title, but like I don't know. If it's I don't think it's broken. Um Before you can farm or fish your mine, you need to beat Prairie King. Yeah, you're like, hey mom, here's this fun game you can play, but please beat Prairie King. Even I cannot beat Prairie King. Although I think parents would like games like Stardew. Like maybe Stardew is a bit too complex, but like at least like Animal Crossing. A lot of parents got into Animal Crossing. On Wednesday, me just playing Fortnite. Yeah, I just play I'm just playing any game that you can imagine on Wednesday. You think some parents like Civ? That seems hard, no? How would you explain it to them? And Animal Crossing will always be the pandemic game to me. I've never played it, but I do have the Animal Crossing Switch. I mean, it was such a pandemic game for me. I got it in March 2020 when it came out, and I know life that. That was my first time playing video games for more than like a few hours a week. Because I played like what am I trying to say? Like I had played like some games before, but I'd only play like you know, like an hour or two a week, that kind of thing. But when I played Animal Crossing, oh my gosh, on the weekends, I would wake up at like 8, 9 a.m., log into Animal Crossing, and then play it all day. I would stop to eat lunch, and then I would stop to eat dinner, and then I would be playing it till like the evening. That was the one time I experienced that. Civ is so fun, but one more turn turns into 6 hours. You guys know I'm not a strategy gamer. Have you ever played Civ 1? It's like a PvP game, right? You remember a woman in your preschool that spanked the kids who weren't sleeping? What? You got 2 or 3? Not in a harmful way, but still wrong. Yeah, that's mean. It's not your fault you don't want to sleep. You can't like force yourself to sleep, you know? They played Civ for 20 years, so do I need to explain it to them? Fair enough, fair enough. I just mean like, for parents who are not well acquainted with games. Um, PvP, it's a PvE, but you can do PvP. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about these types of games. Parents that are not gamers, you have no idea. My mom likes like fitness. I mean, you guys know my mom got super into the table tennis VR game. I think, and then also with my aunt and uncle, they got really into VR as well. I think I think VR can be quite good because it's very intuitive to pick up because it just feels like real life, right? You don't need to worry about like learning controller or like learning keyboard and mouse or anything like that. I think games with motion controls are ideal where they don't have to press a lot of buttons because if we play games where you have to press buttons, I get asked like every 2 seconds, like, "Oh, which button is it again?" Like, what button do I have to press? And then like it's I think it's hard for them to pick up the buttons. But if it's just like I've had a lot of fun with Switch Sports, um, Switch Sports, Just Dance, and VR. But VR is really funny to watch, so I'm a big fan of VR for family occasions. Um, and welcome in Wed. Hope you're doing well today. And welcome in Lee. How are you? Yeah, I think games can be really fun to play. I like some like for me, I haven't played my VR very much on my own time. Like I like Beat Saber, but like I don't play it that often. Um because but then like it's been 100% worth it to have a VR headset just so I can like make my family play it. It's fun. It's funny because I think many gamers hate sports games because that's exactly what they are. Just sports games. I think I mean more like like I don't mean like make your family play FIFA. I mean like I mean like Switch Sports and like Wii Sports. I think we all like those. I don't think gamers hate like Wii Sports, you know? Cuz like obviously they aren't like super serious games. They're just fun family games, right? Um you should get Bar Fight. There's a game called Bar Fight. Oh my gosh. I love when they tell me to press X after playing a game on PlayStation, another on Switch, and using an Xbox controller. True, true. Mario Golf? Is it like motion control, Mario Golf? Um, and welcome in JL. You're a big fan of VR for family occasions. What all crazy stuff happens? Nothing really, just some accidents. My uncle fell over because he thought the table tennis table was real, and he tried to lean on it, and then he fell. And we're like, bro, what are you doing? Um, but watching someone in VR when you're not in VR is always fun time. You love annoying my young nieces playing Mario Kart because I never let them win. Ruthless, yeah. Please let me win. You have to earn the win. How do they earn the win? Do you like coach them? You got a VR headset from a friend. It's been in my closet ever since. I feel like VR, like I know some people get really into VR, but like I think it's for me it feels quite gimmicky. It's definitely easier to play these days, like because it's like you could just boot it up and play pretty easily. Um, but it's not something I play super often. The only VR experience was something about a shark that approaches and almost eats you. Wait, that's scary. They just gotta get good. Are they? I don't think they can get good enough to beat you. They'll have to. Maybe one day they might beat you, and you'll be the proud aunt. You know the video of someone doing VR and they're on a skyscraper. Someone IRL pushes them from behind. It feels so real. Like I've never done like the skyscraper one. Um, I've never done the skyscraper one, but like anytime there's like an edge, in VR, I'm always like I'm gonna step off. I'm always like, I'm gonna step off. I'm gonna try. And then I like, but then like you're something in your brain, even though you know it's not real, something in your brain is like, don't step off. Like something in your brain is like, don't do it. Like you can't. You're gonna die. But then like if I just like put my foot forward and I can touch that the ground is there, it's a bit easier. If you like remove the, if you remove like the immersion part and you ground yourself to the real world, I think it's okay. But if you just try a step, it's really scary. Beating Gwen in Mario Kart is earning the win. Still have not done it. We've done like the arcade Mario Karts, and I didn't win on that. I think it's a different skill set. I don't think beating her in that would really count. Yeah, this gotta get good, I guess. I'm terrible at Mario Kart though. Gwen would lap me like 4 times. There's not even 4 laps. Like I would get lapped 4 times. You're trying to impress someone at that time, so in my head I surely wanted to. I'm actually kind of scared of sharks, so that would be a awful experience. I feel like Subnautica in VR would be terrifying. Because like Subnautica in VR is sorry, Subnautica in not VR is already terrifying. Something tells me Mario Kart is the Miju's game. I think I'm just not used to it. I don't know. I will always like bump into the wall and then like I have to like back up, which is like really slow. You gotta get the new Mario Kart when the Switch 2 arrives, just so I can get destroyed by you. You just need new victims. I don't think I've ever owned Mario Kart actually. Actually no, I've had Mario Kart on the DS, but the DS one is very easy. And welcome in, Star. India won the cricket men's championship. Congrats, congrats. 600 million people were watching it live. That's crazy. Well, congrats to the men's team. Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe Edition, bro. Something like that. The new Super Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe. Something like that. Phasmo in VR would be terrifying. The only time playing that with my friends, locked me in the house, also with the ghost. I don't find Phasmo that scary. We can practice together. It'll be new for me too then. I think your skills will carry over. It'll be new for me. Yeah, I know. What a bait. What a bait. She's like, oh, I won't even be that good. You know, they're the same. It will carry over. Maybe I just need training. I don't know if I'm trainable. She has bad intentions. But yeah, I've only played on. I think I've told you guys about my Mario Kart 8 on DS, where I had to add a cheat where you could just press the bumpers and it would give you bullet bill anytime you wanted. I love that cheat. I was such a cheater on my DS. I was constantly cheating on my DS, so that's I own up to that. Midori needs the anime training arc. If I mean, yeah, if I ever wanted to be good at Mario Kart, I have a long way to go. I have Mario Kart 7 on my DS, and I was playing that for a bit. Waiting for the Carl Jobsman. No, he's gonna out me for cheating on Mario Kart against the CPUs. Yeah, son, it's shameful, shameful. I didn't even think I had like an online option. I don't know. I guess they must have, right? It was, you know, it's like the DS Lite. Could you even play online? I don't think so. Hello, you absolute legends. Have you heard of Miji Games and your bullet bill cheats? Also, I had one in Animal Crossing that made all the weeds into money. That was a good one. What else? There's a lot of cheats. There was a lot of different cheats on the DS. It was a fun time. There's probably also one for Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. But that one, I think I just unlocked all the levels, but I couldn't really play them. Like I unlocked them all, and then like it was like World 8 Bowser's Kingdom, and I'd be like, oh, I have this Bowser Kingdom now, but I couldn't beat it. I was like, man, this is hard. You're the one where you got like infinite money in DS Animal Crossing. Yeah, I had infinite money. I had a, and then I would let people into my, I would play with friends, and I would let them into my world and let them pick up all the money that was on the ground, because like all the weeds turn into money, and so then like when you walk around the town, there's just like bags of money everywhere. It's just like so much money, just like littering the town. It's actually kind of an eyesore. I can't lie. It looks really bad. But it's okay. I don't think I played Animal Crossing very, very seriously. I was a big fan of Mario Party though. Mario Party on the DS was peak. Like it was like there's that vacuum mini game. I like the QTE mini game where you have to press like ABYX very fast. That's a good one. There's one where you hang on the hanger. Some great mini games on. Cause there's like 2 Mario Party games on Switch, but I want one with like really good mini games. You know. You missed the Wii. I didn't have that many games on my Wii, so I don't miss it. I wasn't. I never received that many games. I just had Wii Sports and Just Dance. I always tell this story. I didn't have any Switch. I didn't have any Wii games. Maybe was just flexing our wealth on our friends. We're so rich. We just have money littering the town. Exactly. People just throw money on the ground. We're just that rich. At a topic, but you never noticed the U pattern at the end of the mom's name is in the Discord? Till you mentioned it, was it too obvious? I feel like it's obvious. I thought Chris and Alex were brothers. Why? Like, it's just like, siblings should have the same last letter of their name? Is that what it is? Because of the U? Does that mean I'm included in this family? What about me? Inflation must have been crazy. I probably destroyed the economy, yeah. But like, what am I trying to say? The economy kind of gets ruined anyway by the stock market. that is destroyed. We're just like really rich, you know, like what can you do? I mean, I did notice they all ended in U, but that's it. No further thinking. I mean, fair enough. There's no need to think deeply about it. What pattern? Well, I guess you have to find that out for yourself. The chicken stock market? The pun is actually very clever. Do you not know about the stock market? It's like, okay, so in Japanese, the name for stocks is kabu. But also it's also the name for turnips. So then they call it like kabu. So it's like stocks, but the stocks are turnips. You like buy the turnips at a certain price, and then you sell them later in the week. The price fluctuates. But in English, it's like the stock market, like this. And I was like, damn, they actually were able to translate that pun. Like the localization team kind of went hard on that, because like it's a very specific pun in Japanese, because it's like they're like homonyms, right? But in English they managed to do it, which is actually quite impressive. The localization team. I mean, who else would have done it? Isabel. True. I don't know what her name is in Japanese. Do they have different names, or is she just like Isabel? The devs. I don't think it's the devs translating the game. I think I'm right on the money with the localization team. I think we should give them the credit here. Yeah, so it's actually very impressive how they translated the pun. Stuff like that is like very. I think it's translators do really like. They have their own magic, you know. To make because like every time, like you can't just like directly translate things, right? Like you have to translate Like I noticed this when you watch like a K-drama. They translate the if they have some sort of like saying, like in English we have like, oh, cat got your tongue or whatever. They will translate that to like the equivalent saying, right? Which is interesting. I think stuff like that would be hard. 'Cause you need to be very knowledgeable about both languages. Because like I can translate roughly in Japanese, right? Like I can get the meaning across, but I wouldn't be able to translate stuff like that, like sayings. I don't think I would know them very well in Japanese. Because I think my Japanese level is not high enough for that. Like I probably know ones that people use often, but it wouldn't be like if it was like very specific, I probably wouldn't know. And welcome in. It's Alec, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We were just having this conversation about cereal. I think like a couple weeks ago, we were discussing our cereals. You're telling me saying murdered fish isn't the right thing? No, it's right. It's right. I've started a new thing. Cinnamon Toast Crunch coated. I haven't had it in so long, but I think it used to be my favorite when I was younger. These days, I feel like it's like too sweet. Yes. Oh, actually, yesterday I went to physio. I went to physio, and the physio gave me a Ferrero Rocher. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. So I brought a Ferrero Rocher home from the physiotherapist. Maybe someone gave it to him, and then he was like, I'm trying to get rid of these. Cinnamon Toast Crunch wasn't cheap this week. He got Cheerios now. It wasn't on sale. I like when I notice jokes past translations, like when they try to translate a joke and it goes poorly, and then I'm like, oh, this would be this in English. Yeah, exactly. I think translating is more of an art form than an exact science, you know? Cocoa Puffs, top tier. I don't even know if we have Cocoa Puffs in Canada. I know like Canadian cereal and American cereal kind of differs. It differs quite a bit. I'm going to do physio, free chocolates. I mean, it's not really free. Like one session at physio is like really expensive. That's rich people choco. The physio's rich, man. Physio people are rich because like my instructor was complaining that he bought this condo with like a really expensive mortgage, and I was like, I mean, that sucks that he spent that because like if they get married, then like she's like also on the hook for the mortgage. But like I was like, damn, it makes a lot of money. Like maybe I should have been a physio. But your insurance pays. Yeah, your insurance pays it. So I guess it is free chocolate. But that's my last like physio session. That's like, just, that's my last physio session that's covered by insurance. So too bad. You mean Vancouver is the third least affordable city? That's true. The physio's got to make a lot of money. But I'm like, I was kind of like, oh, I didn't know they made that much money. Like that's kind of nice, you know? But when you think about it, like when you go to physio, it's like what? A 30-minute session, it could be like over $100. So like I guess they do make a lot of money. Cocoa Puffs is what I always get for breakfast in hotels. You always called them cereals. I think cereals is fine. Is it too late to switch to being physio? Probably not. We have to probably get another degree. Career change. I know. I'm like, oh, like I thought I was making like pretty decent money, but I'm like, okay, damn, these physios. The 200 hour. I know. But they probably don't work like a full like 40-hour work week, right? Which is even better, actually. That's not even a negative. That's even better. So like yeah, it's probably something like that. Like even if you have like a few clients a day, that's like pretty decent. How much is this profession change, or do I need to unlock the sewer? Yeah, you need to complete the museum, and then you can get this. But physios are quite useful, I guess. Like I think it's because like they're not covered. Like physio is not covered under like our universal healthcare. So pretty much anything is not covered under universal healthcare. They're quite rich. physios, dentists, orthodontists. Like, I bet my ortho is real rich. Stuff like that, you know? It's I think those types of professions probably do well, you know? Eye doctors maybe? I mean, surgery is definitely covered under MSP, but I'm sure surgeons do well. But that seems like that seems difficult to get into. Actually, you know who's rich? Anesthesiologists. But you have to. That's because every day they might kill someone. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want that much pressure. Like, good job making good money, but like, I don't think I can handle that pressure. You think you need to go to see a physio again? Working has put a strain on your back. Oh no. It's probably you probably need to like fix some ergonomics at your desk, no? Cause that helped me a lot. Cause I was like, okay, like I need like a proper footrest, and I got like a wrist rest. This is an ergonomic chair, you know. I said a lot for my job as well, so it's important too. And then the main thing is like getting up and walking around like every hour or two if you can. Watching brain surgery vids, like think I could totally do that. It's like peeling an orange. It's just like peeling an orange, yeah. The brain is the orange. The skull is the orange peel. Not liking butter needles or stitches really prohibits my job options of rich jobs. Yeah, I guess so. That's a good point. This is you at work. Oh no. Maybe just sitting up would help. And getting a nice chair. And welcome in Iosarel. I'm sorry. Have you ever tried to program a video game or a demo, something like that? Sort of. When I was like looking for internships and stuff like that, I did make a couple of trash games, just to demonstrate that I could program, like personal projects, but not anything significant. It was more just like hey, I know how to code kind of thing. But I've never felt very strongly about making a game myself. I like stuff like game design, and I like learning about games and stuff, but I've never been like, oh, I need to make it myself. I don't think they'll do much for me considering I'm only a temporary hire. But if you're gonna be like using your desk a lot anyway, I think getting some sort of like at least having a good chair, footrest, that kind of thing. My sister used to do ergonomics at a Honda plant. I'm getting her to do chair shopping with me next time. Yeah, there's a lot of really good ergonomic chairs for like good price, especially if you go to like an office liquidation store and get like a used chair. Like a lot of offices when they shut down will like sell off all their furniture, right? And you can get those chairs for usually a good deal. Miju demos, yeah. You might have to find my GitHub. Miju help develop Stardew, yeah. Concerned Dave called me up and he was like, hey, can you help me with Stardew? I was wanting to take a vision correction surgery since everything was free, but now I'm like, yeah, glasses are fine. In Europe, maybe. Although, that stuff is not covered here. And it's one of the things where like competition made it fairly cheap. Cause I'm pretty sure it's like 1,000 maybe for like total. Which is like if it's maybe like 1,000, 2,000, even that will be fine because I mean the glasses is different, but I pay like if I wear contacts like full time, it's like $600 a year for contacts. So like it would pay itself in like a few years anyway. I would pay like $5,000 to get vision correction surgery because like it would be cheaper in the long run, and obviously like the quality of life would be like very improved. Plot twist: the demo was GTA 6. Don't tell them, Angel. Are your demos released anywhere? No. It was literally just like for my resume. What type of games did you make? I think it was like a platformer, like a little platformer where you like shoot stuff. Maybe kind of like Cuphead, but like way worse. barely functional Cuphead, something like that. But maybe less bullet hell. I don't think it was very challenging. I don't think I ever really like played it properly. It was more just like oh, I made the script for to make this character move, or like I made the script for the enemy or whatever. Contacts are scary. You gotta touch your eye. I mean, you get used to it. In what language do you code at work? If you code, we use all sorts. Like, it's just whatever. Generally, like Python, Go, and then I do a lot of DevOps. Can you play it on stream? It would be a very short stream. It would be like, it's probably not functional. And I remember me and my friend from school, we were like, okay, let's make a game for our resume. And then we like met up and we were like, let's make this game. And we got so distracted. We're just like yapping away. My friend is just as much of a yapper as I am, so we're just yapping away. We met like multiple times to make this game, made zero progress, but we called it like I think we were trying to copy Brawl Stars, which is like a game, and then we're like, we're just gonna completely rip off Brawl Stars. So we're trying to recreate that, but we never did it. Yeah, we just yapped. You're back. You spelled cozy wrong in the title. I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, it's this happens a lot at work too. Like I think my manager added something at work with like an S in it, and I was like, is this gonna cause some problems if people don't know how to spell it? I was like, you know what, you do you. Because it's like it's not really wrong. Like it's like I'm like it's not wrong. It's just most of us are American or Canadian. Call it stars, bro. I don't think we're gonna get back to that at this point. We already have a job now. I don't fancy coding outside of work now. I wouldn't do it just for my like. Oh, I don't have a desire to make my own game. You know, like because I'm like I know how much work it would be to do everything. Also, I cannot do art to save my life. So I wouldn't be able to do like I think art, music would be a big part of it. And I'm not a composer, nor am I a artist in any way. Like my game would be so ugly. It would not work out at all. But if Istat ever makes his game, I'm willing to help him. But only on the coding part. You ever use ChatGPT or similar to code? I've actually like never used ChatGPT. I don't really use AI, but I don't code like super heavily. So I don't really need it. I do use Stack Overflow. That usually does the trick. These are like, oh, I need something to do this. Does a trick. But I know ChatGPT always like makes stuff up, so it's like I think it's a bit annoying. Work might need a channel points redemption to stop me yapping. No, I'm quiet at work. I try not to yap at me. I only yap in my 101s. Slowly making it. Are you actually? Are you? Because like last time, I don't think you had started. You'll playtest. You'll have a lot of playtesters for sure. I feel like playtesting would be very interesting. Like if you made a game and then you watch people play it, like I feel like you would learn a lot, you know? Playtesting is very, but then if you get the wrong people to playtest, you're gonna get a hand-holding garbage game, you know? Like we talked about this last time. I'm the reason, people like me are the reason that the game immediately tells you the solution to the puzzle. Ask ChatGPT code me Brawl Stars, it just told me the steps to do it. I don't think it works like that. We just sits there and points her mouse around her default looking Vim. Please don't out my default Vim. I actually like, for me, I like, I actually don't do anything very, even though I'm like a heavy terminal user, I do not do anything to like make it easier for myself. So I'm dreading the day where I have to like share my screen and they're like, do you really use your terminal like this? I'm like, yes. Because I cannot be bothered, honestly. More story bits and character writing so far. Oh, do you have a genre? Or is that classified? Oh, so this piece of hair is like on top of my hairpin. It's really annoying me. Can't do anything about it. Well, so smart and computer coded. It's my degree. You saw the other day a video of a guy using software that live switches his face and skin to a different person. Oh, and it looks so real. That's scary. Stuff like that is scary. I think like the fact that we can like deep fake stuff so easily is kind of scary. That's probably how 50-year-old divorced meet you. Why am I divorced? I mean, maybe, but like, why? 9 of the coding feels when we talk K-pop. That's true. That's true. And how non-Baldur's Gate people feel when we talk Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I feel like game design is very interesting because there's like so much that goes into it. It's very. I like analyses of stuff like that, like game design, cinematography, stuff like that. Predicting the divorce is crazy. Oh no. I mean, Ricky's the one that's married. Thinking turn-based RPG your favorite? No, I like turn-based. I just don't like Baldur's Gate. Cause like the turns in Baldur's Gate are like, cause you have to like move on your turn. You know, like I love Pokemon turn-based, but like Baldur's Gate is like a whole extra dimension of turn-based. Sometimes I think of ideas and feel like I won't work with turn-based and consider changing it. I feel like turn-based will be easier to make. I don't know. What are you gonna do about like the art and like animations? Are you like secretly an artist? You started second playthrough on the side and Liza likes me. Congratulations. She's divorced from Genshin. True. Typical 50-year-old man using the voice changer joke. True. Catfishing. Miju steals Kimmy. They get divorced. Kimmy goes back to Ricky. Wait, but she first has to divorce Ricky. So that's 2 divorces. She does say she steals girlfriends. I've never stolen a girlfriend. Let me make this clear. And Walk-in puppet. Well, I hope you're doing well today. The art is probably the hardest part. I don't know what to do yet. Maybe you just have to commission it. Because like, yeah, I don't know what else you would do. Because like using like assets, like you kind of want like you don't want to use like pre-made assets because like I think it's hard to find. And like it's hard to get exactly what you need. So maybe you just have to commission. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think like yeah, the art is hard because I feel like art is such a big part of like the visuals of a game are very important. Are you gonna compose music? That'd be cool. Can the game have like a cool guitar soundtrack? I used to animate characters for a game your friend was developing. I'm not good at it. So you're not offering. You can make really good egg friend art. That's true. Gwen has made a masterpiece. I mean, Gwen can help you. Like, if you can commission Gwen for your like the UI and all the graphics and stuff, or you could do it yourself and then send it to Gwen, and then Gwen will be like, "This font is terrible." You're fine. Surprisingly, you got no sleep for like a month. Oh my gosh! But now you can nap. Well, I hope you can catch up on sleep. No sleep for a month is not good. You're not bad either. Okay, Ricky with the secret skills. Maybe you could donate some music. um, so we have a lot of talent around. I'm sure you could find whatever you need. Is it gonna be voice acting? Where I'm like asking all these questions. He's like, I just wrote some of the story. I'm like, hey, is there so in your turn-based game, is there like how many very specific questions? Maybe you'd have at least a good UX for sure. Well, lots of fun stuff. There's gonna be a Norwegian character who says, what was it again? It was like taco fredag, something like that. I need to go back and check. Taco for dog. I don't think it's right. I was trying to make the sound for the basement sound, and I was like, I feel like that sound doesn't come out of my mouth. I was working nonstop. Oh my gosh. You had a few minutes to be on Twitch or play with your daughter. Well, I hope you can get much needed rest. As a chat, we make a great development team. Yeah, some of us bring more to the table than others, but I guess so, yeah. It's a collaborative effort. Bald man, number 17, V8. You're gonna be a bald man? Ricky? Okay. That could work. I feel like, I don't know. It depends on the. I feel like if it's gonna be very incompetent voice acting, it might be better to have no voice acting. I think it's quite common for indie games, especially turn-based ones, you could just read it, you know. Can I be Baldman 18? You can be Baldman 18, yeah. It can make it sound. It makes it sound like Estada's making Outlast at least 17 bald people. It's like Hitman squadrons, and then everyone is Hitman. Miju voice by Miju. Perfect. I'll be in the game. I'll be a cameo. Miju can do voice acting. She has a great snake. That's true. If you need a character that's a snake, I make an incredible snake. We're like offering everything. He does not need all of this. But I'm glad we all have our skills, you know? We can contribute. We can contribute to the industry. 18 bald people and a snake. Wow. I'm sure that's well within the characters he has written. I mean, I'm sure like anyone can really be bald, you know? We're giving him options. These are really good options. Yeah, you're right. He's ready. Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't have enough bald people. Maybe the story is set in a world where people don't have hair, you know? You don't know about music still? Yeah. It's I feel like a lot of the good indie developers are like very proficient in music, no? Right? Like a lot of like take like Concerned Ape or like Toby Fox. Like I feel like music is their main thing, right? So it's like is that like the requirement? Because like music is really big, right? Like in a game. No one has hair for whatever reason. Maybe that's the mystery. You have to find everyone's hair. Owning a wig is for the upper class. Oh, this is a really deep and poignant story about society and class structures. Suppose I could write some music, but mixing it, you're pretty weak. Yeah. I guess you could either learn or get someone who's. I don't think we know anyone who can produce music. I don't know. I wonder how everyone, I guess they just either learn how to produce or they just 'cause I feel like once you can compose, I feel like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Simpler games has benefit greatly from good music. I think I remember watching a YouTube video about it at some point. Because I think like when you think about indie games, um, music and atmosphere, because like they don't have as much um, like if a game is simple and it doesn't have like a lot of mechanics and stuff, I think the what people really attach to on a personal level is like um is the music and like the atmosphere overall of the game, right? Like visuals, like they usually have like a pretty um they usually have a pretty decent like a unique art style. But there's also exceptions, right? Because like Stardew Valley, Concerned Ape is not real. Like he is an artist in some sense, but he said like oh like his original like a lot of the original art he like kind of thinks like oh like I didn't do a good job with these pixel arts, right? Um, but I don't know, and I don't consider like Undertale or anything to have like very stellar graphics, but definitely the music, um, the music was like really significant, right? In the popular, but then again, like he started as a musician and he was making music. His music was already well known, so maybe that's is different kind of thing. Seems like every indie developer has a musician friend. I know, or like an artist friend. Many times the music is better than the game. I think people really attach to the music, and people are out there making like music videos. It's crazy, like um, Undertale, like people make like animated music videos, and those videos they have like hundreds of millions of views. I'm like, that's crazy. Um, so yeah, I think the power of like people liking characters, making fan art, people liking the music. A lot of times people will get into a game through music. Um, it can be really big, especially for indie games. Yeah, it's I guess we just like notice games that have good music, you know? Because like I think about all like the really popular indie games. Like there's Undertale, there's Stardew, there's Hades, Hollow Knight, Cuphead. They'll have like they'll have very good music. I can't think of a I can't think of an indie game that has like really terrible music. or like Celeste, not that, no, I'm saying it's bad. I'm saying it's good. Celeste as well. Um, it's interesting. Yeah, I guess it's just because like, but like no one talks about the music and like, I don't know. What's a game where people like don't talk about the music? Maybe like GTA. Like no one's like, wow, the GTA soundtrack is incredible. You know? Don't they use like real music though? Like don't they use like pop music? I have no idea. Um, Celeste is awesome. We had so much fun with that platforming. Yeah, Celeste is just a well-made game overall as well. Your lunch is Cheerios, Ratsy. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it's yeah, I guess yeah. When you think about it, a lot of indie game developers are like either musicians themselves or they have like a really good musician friend for some reason. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Speaking of good music, enjoy Malamart. um, also a shining gem of video game music. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You spent more time cooking for my dog this weekend than for me, and that was 2 pounds of ground beef. You homemade dog food? No, yeah, my dog is the same. My dog is the same. Um, he doesn't. He'll only eat kibble if he's like desperate. But we usually mix in a little bit of chicken because he's not allowed to eat beef anymore because it's too fatty. But we mix in chicken and his his arthritis medication. We like open up the pill and like pour out the powder on top, and he eats it. But he won't eat the whole pill, so that's how we feed him. Here's a very specific food routine. We give him like half the chicken with the arthritis medication on it, and then we let him eat that. And then when he's done, he waits for the second bowl. He gets the second bowl of food with chicken on top. And that usually bides him over till we're about like 3/4 done eating, and then he comes to the table and whines like crazy. That's the reason for the 2 bowls. To prevent him from coming over too early and being really annoying. So that's our strategy. And then later, my brother will give him his blood pressure medication inside a little piece of potato. And then later on, he gets his liver medication in some potato as well. But that one's hard to make him eat because it's a bit bigger. Your parents' dogs only eat wet food. They're very spoiled. My dog loves wet food. Before he was having like stomach issues, like he was having like digestion issues. So he has a special wet food that he eats when he has digestion issues, and he loves it. He's like so happy anytime he gets this wet food. He does not like the dry food very much. Your dog had surgery last summer. Getting him to eat his meds was a challenge. He had lots of ice cream with the meds. Dogs are so smart. Oh my gosh! Like Luca will literally like he will find the pill. He'll find the pill in the potato and spit it out. But my trick is to pretend I'm gonna take it away. I give him the potato and I pretend I'm trying to like grab it out of his mouth, and then he just swallows it because he's like, no, you cannot take it. I'm gonna eat it. But and then also like sometimes he'll pretend he ate the pill, and then like 5 minutes later he'll spit out the pill. I'm like, how do you do that? Like what is your plan? So yeah, he's quite smart. He's quite smart. I'm like rolling over my cable here. But yeah, that's his most deceptive trick. But if I pretend I'm taking away the food, he will just swallow it. So without chewing. So that's usually my go-to strategy. But I haven't like sometimes my mom will later find out like the pill like on the ground somewhere. He spit it out. That's what humans do though when they don't want to take pills. They'll like leave it in their mouth, right, and then spit it out later. So Luca is smart. Every time mine cries outside because the water bowl is for some reason better than the inside one. That's funny. Maybe it's fresher, colder. Maybe it just likes cold water. You put pills in chopped liver, and the dog will still find a way to eat around. I know they're so good at finding the pills. I don't know how they do it. I like literally like I'm like, is it really that bad? Like just eat it. Come on. And these days Luca has a lot of medication, so it's tough, you know. Like he has this arthritis medication, which he doesn't really have a problem with. The blood pressure medication is pretty easy to make him eat apparently because it's a very tiny pill. Just the liver one that's very big. They used to give us like one we had to swallow it, but this time they gave us like a chewable one, and that one's a bit easier to make him eat for some reason. But the pills are huge, and the pills like he only eats half each time because I guess he's small. But like it's like this big, like the full one is like this big. I'm like the dog is never gonna eat that. 3 a.m. outside water hit different, I guess. We'll never understand the dog's mind. Gotta give him smaller liver pills. They don't have any smaller ones. That's the thing. They're like, yeah, he needs these like specific ones, and they're huge. But we just deal with it now because it's like, what can you do? And dog medication is so expensive too. They're like such scammers. They're like, oh, you want your flea medication? $100. And you're like, well, I don't want fleas. So, um, yeah, a lot of vet stuff is very, very expensive. Pretty sure the people meds are expensive. That's fair. That's fair. But I mean, I guess you can have dog insurance, but like most people don't. um, I think they like will probably not insure my dog at this point because he's too old and he's too old and too many medications, you know? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It depends on the medication. I remember like one time I got an EpiPen because they always like prescribe you an EpiPen if they think you have some like allergy issue, which I didn't end up having. But like they prescribed me an EpiPen and the price like if you don't have insurance it's like so expensive. It's like hundreds of dollars. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. They're charging us this much to not die. Like that's great. Um, your sister-in-law loves her dog insurance. They call their dog Crime Dog because he's always making trouble. I mean, if you get a good use out of your insurance, I mean, fair enough. But a lot of dog insurances are kind of a scam. Um, I think my mom just like sets aside money every month, and then that's like the insurance fund, you know, rather than paying the insurance company directly because they won't cover certain things. Like they won't cover things that are like, um, the dog is like predisposed to. So like Lucas breed Havanese, they're predisposed to skin issues. So they won't cover anything related to that. So and like anything that he already has a issue with, then they won't cover it. So it's kinda easy just to pay out of pocket, I think. But yeah, it's maybe if you get it earlier in life it's more worth because you can be like locked in doing I don't know how pet insurance works, but maybe you're just like locked into a price. Luca can't get corrective eye surgery. I had skin issues. But I don't think they do that for dogs, no. And I don't think you can correct blindness. um but yeah, it's he's not just he doesn't have poor vision. He just can't see. Either stuff he has already. Oh, yeah, yeah. They wouldn't cover stuff like because he already has a bad liver. Like they're not gonna cover stuff like that, right? Because it's like insurance companies want to make money, which is the insurance company is like they're so annoying. Like I charged 4 sessions of my physio Pilates, and they cover a different amount every time. It's like the same thing. I'm like, you're covering, and it just depends on the day. They're like, oh, today we're just gonna cover this much less. I'm like, that's great. We just the one who needs corrective eye surgery. I do. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Um, I need my eyes to be stable for 2 years, but last time I went to the eye doctor in the summer, they they what am I trying to say? I they said my eyes got worse. So if even if they don't get worse this year, it's another like 2 years, you know. So I'm still waiting, but it might be a while. Might be a while. I've been waiting since I was like 16, honestly, to get LASIK, but it never happens. Didn't Mr. Beast have a video where he paid for people's blindness surgery to see? Yes, he did. I don't think you can just apply that to dogs, though. It's probably it's probably different situations, you know. Like it's probably very specific, different specific surgeries that people can see with. And Luca's too old to have any surgery at this point because with his like with his age and with his health, they're not gonna put him under. So he can't have any surgeries. Because the reason we found out about his liver issues was because he was supposed to get surgery, not like surgery, but like he was supposed to be put under anesthesia so they could fix his gums. Because like dogs, like a lot of times you have to like cut their gums because they get too long. But when they do like tests before they put him under, and they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, your dog is too old and frail to be put under anesthesia, which is the same for humans as well. You wish I was with general anesthesia, just wake up and being able to see okay again? You mean eye surgery? I don't think you need general anesthesia for eye surgery, because then they would close your eyes would be. I guess they would just open your eyes with the machine, but like I don't know what you see during eye surgery. Cause like I've had laser surgery, not for vision correction, but for my retina, and it was just like this guy. He kept shining it was like he was shining a flashlight in my eye, and that was it. And then it was over. So I'm not sure how it works for like LASIK and stuff like that. I don't know what you experience, but like I guess that is what a laser is. It's just a light. So it's not like in the movies where it's like a laser beam, you know? Um, so who knows? Um, Problem with eye surgery is you did not see it coming. I don't know, man. Welcome in, shadows. Does that joke make sense? I know you don't, but you gotta witness all they do. That sounds like torture to me. I don't think they're going in there with like a knife, Ricky. I think it's just lights. I don't know what you're imagining, but I don't think it's what you're imagining. He shone a flashlight in your eyes and cast a spell to fix the retinas? Was he a wizard? No way. I didn't hear him casting a spell. You'll get your code. Okay. Why don't you make this one as good? Don't encourage it, man. I get enough of these jokes. He cast knock on Miji's eyes to open them. I don't think they were locked. I don't think they were locked. Do you remember if he consumed any glowing shoes while you were in there? Actually, yeah, now that you mention it, he was eating shoes, and I was like, damn, like, what is he doing? But I never even thought about it. I'm imagining the worst. You're right. If it's not just a light, I'll blame you. Let me Google this. What do they do at LASIK surgery? What do they do in LASIK surgery? Steps of LASIK. Oh wait, they do cut something. The eye is numbed with drops. A flap is cut in the cornea. Okay, well they do cut into your eye. The flap is folded back. The laser reshapes the cornea. The flap is folded back and do they cut your eye open? Yeah, they cut your cornea open. So yeah, that's sorry, Ricky. It's not the same type of surgery that I had. Mine just went through my pupil, I guess. But you can get different types of surgery. What do they do in PRK eye surgery? Let's look at this up. What do they do in PRK eye surgery? The top layer of the cornea is completely removed using a brush, blade, or alcohol solution. Okay, yeah, they still do that. Okay. A laser is used to precisely move microscopic layers of corneal tissue based on the patient's individual needs, reshaping the cornea to correct vision issues. Oh yeah, I think the PRK one is like they take off a layer of your eye, right? So like, you can't really get like a second one. I think that's the issue with PRK because it thins your cornea. And then there's one where they insert a permanent contact lens into your eye. That one probably is also a bit invasive. Did your souls connect? No, not with my ophthalmologist. We just confirmed Ricky's worst fear. I guess I don't know what will you experience it? I don't know if they can put you under. They might need your eyes, like I don't think they can put you under. They're probably not qualified. You're almost crying already. I'm sorry, Ricky. Maybe just keep your glasses. If you don't want to experience this, maybe just keep your glasses. But yeah, warning, in Baldur's Gate, in the opening cutscene, there's some weird eye stuff. If you don't like eye stuff, look away. I'm just warning you. You'll know it's coming. Just look away. Me just up for watching your eyes be cut open? Yeah, I don't care. If it gives me perfect vision, I don't care. Cut my eye open. As long as it doesn't hurt. I don't have eye issues. I know a lot of people are really squeamish with eye stuff. I think I just don't care because like I wear contacts every day. I'm always touching my eyes, you know? Like not with like a knife, but like with my hands. And so I guess I don't have any fears of eye stuff. Like for me, it's like getting my eyes cut open is more or less the same as any other part of my body, you know? Although like I would not prefer to, you know, I don't want people to attack my eyes because I'm able to see, but like, you know what I mean? Like in terms of surgery. At this point, I'm like so set on having vision correction surgery that like I don't care how it's done. I don't care how it's done. Like I'm just gonna get it. Like I just want to be able to see, you know? I'll panic, but if I don't have to wear glasses again. That's a good point. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like how long does it take? Like not like the cutting part probably only lasts like 10 seconds, right? So if you just do that, if you just do that, then then maybe it's fine. Like it's like a minute. It's like a short amount of pain for like the rest of your life being able to see, you know? At this point, even set to 16. Yeah, so at this point currently too. Do you know Needy by Ariana? I do. I'm walking in West. You got LASIK back in September. It's one of the best decisions you've made. Took about 5. There you go, Ricky. 5 minutes per eye. That seems tolerable. Was it? Did they bring a knife towards your eye and did you see it? That's what Ricky's scared of. Do you know Sugar Rush by Baby? Never heard of it. What is that? Yeah, but if it's that like I don't even care. Like even if it took all day, I would still do it. But like for Ricky, if he's scared, 5 minutes, never wear glasses again. Like so worth. I'm like super blind, so it's like for me, it's like I cannot survive anything without glasses. So it's really annoying. Also, I like bent my glasses recently, and now they're like kind of uncomfortable. I need to get them fixed because I took off my glasses and I put them on my bed, and then I was doing other stuff, and then I went to sleep, and then I was sleeping, and then I was like, I could feel something, and I was like, what the hell is this? It's my glasses. I laid on my glasses, and then I was like, oh shoot, and then I turned on the light, and my glasses were super bent, and then I bent them back, but they're not completely back to normal. They're like 90% back to normal, but like I think they were the alignment is like off and it's like hurting my nose part. You want me to sing Needy? Okay, let's do it. It's been a while since I've heard that song. I've been on the Eternal Sunshine grind. Not grind, but I've been on the Eternal Sunshine part. Let me get the track. You can take your glasses off. The other part is just colors. Oh right. Can they fix that? Time to go to Zenny for cheap glasses. I want cheap glasses. I mean, I want cheap glasses, but I want good glasses. They put a laser in contact with the eye to create a vacuum. To create the flap. The doctor put the flap over, put another laser to look at for about 30 seconds to make the actual eye correction. The doctor put the flap back and did the same to the other eye. Oh, so there's not like a knife coming towards your eye. That seems fine. Ricky, you got this. It's a laser to open the flap. They put lots of water so it feels like you're underwater the whole time. That seems fine. There is no knife. See? There you go. You got an ad? Okay, I'll wait. You've heard so many stories of doctors recommending patients for eye surgery saying they're ideal candidates and then things go wrong afterwards, and then you question why they're still recommending it if so many of them wear glasses. I think your vision, for some people, it doesn't fully correct their vision. So I think you have to be very careful about which. There's lots of different eye surgeries these days now too, and you want to get the right one. But that sucks. Like if your eye doctor tells you something and you trust their judgment, right? And then it doesn't work out. So I guess you just have to be really careful. Okay. Welcome back, JL. I feel like I shouldn't have any mid-roll ads, do I? Or did it just refresh somehow? Depending on the thickness of the cornea, depends what type of method you get to do. Yeah, I think it's just people's different eyes have different, like there's lots of different surgeries, so you want to pick the right one. Okay, let's find a good karaoke track. Let's see if I remember how this song goes. Piano karaoke. Normal karaoke. What do we want? Piano sounds nice. Let's listen to it. I mean, this is like the original, no? I mean, the original's kind of nice. Do we want the piano one or do we want the normal one? They sound very similar, but the piano one is very piano. Piano preferred. Okay, the piano one does sound kind of nice. It sounds like I'm here with a piano guy. You know? The piano guy is being my accompaniment. Okay, let me sit up properly. The piano one is very piano. It is. You mean it's quiet or you mean it sounds like a piano? I don't know if that was a dynamics joke. Okay, let me make sure the volume is all good. It's what you said. Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure if you're making a joke. I don't know. Okay. Let's go. Ready? I'm not warmed up, but it will have to do. If you take too long to hit me back, I can promise you will react. But all I can say is that I used to wait for you. Lately I've been on a roller coaster, trying to get a hold of my emotions. But all that I know is I need you close. I'm a screaming shout for what I love. I should nip but I don't give no. I'll admit that I'm a little messed up. I can hide it when I'm all dressed up. I'm just a fan of love too hard. Good at overthinking with my heart. We thinking got this far. Not gonna be needy, way too damn needy. And I can be needy. Tell me how good it feels to be needed. Not gonna be needy, so hard to please me. I know how good it feels to be needed. Sorry if I'm up and down a lot. Sorry that I think I'm not enough. And sorry if I say sorry way too much. You can go ahead and call me selfish, but after all this damage I can help it. And what you can trust, 'cause I need your touch. I'm a screaming shout for what I love. Passionate but I don't give no. I'll admit that I'm a little messed up. I can hide it when I'm all dressed up. I'm obsessive and in love too hard. Good at overthinking with my heart. I've been thinking got this far. Not gonna be needy, way too damn needy. Not gonna be needy. Tell me how good it feels to be needed. Not gonna be needy, so hard to please me. I know it feels too good to be needed. The song is really short, actually. Listen to the Beautiful outro. That song is very, it's one of my favorites from, what is the album called? Thank You Next. Thank you. GG, thank you. Oh, it's very loud. Okay. The piano part is very pretty. I feel like I'm always out of time though. I need to like really, it's hard to sing without the backtrack like in your ear. Cause otherwise I'm like, all I can hear is my own voice. But I also don't want the backtrack to be like double picked up by the mic as well. It's a whole thing. But that song, I do really like the album as well. But these days I'm really on Eternal Sunshine and Wicked. If you could have a band, what'd you call it? It would be called I don't know. What should it be called, Angel? What kind of band would it be? If I was in a band, I think it would be the yapping. If I was in a band, I think I would be in a punk pop band. Slam poetry mixed with singing. Slam poetry. Okay. Is that like rapping? Like, or is it just actually speaking, you know? Angel's certainly good with names. Angel's a nickname. Angel's a nickname expert, you know? I've never thought about having a band though. That'd be cool. If you guys were in a band, what kind of band would it be? I think mine would either be like a chill vibes are there such thing as R&B band? It would be R&B or pop punk. Actually, I don't even think I could sing pop punk, so I think it would be R&B. R&B or like chill like singer-songwriter kind of music, you know? It would be like that. Post-punk for sure. You'd wear sunglasses and mumble incoherent poetry. Nice. Very, I mean, that's pretty similar. That's pretty similar to whatever Angel said. In Wakamin Naxity, you would be in baby metal. That'd be pretty sick. I don't think I could pull off baby metal. I think I could do K-pop. I think I could be in like a K-pop style group. I think I would enjoy that. Not the K-pop part, but like the actual like group, like concept and the type of performances and stuff. I think that'd be fine. But yeah, I don't know. You're more of an adult metal enjoyer. Me too. I prefer adult metal to baby metal. Definitely R&B, chill stuff, like you said, preferably acoustic, although that would not be a hard requirement. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't feel strongly about, like, the band part of it. But if it was, like, type of music I like to sing, then yeah. But I don't think I would be in a band. If I was gonna go into music, I think I'd go into theater. But I'm not a good actor, so maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't. But maybe, like, you could learn how to act, right? Like, surely you could just learn how to act. I'm sure, you know, it's just something I've never done. So if I took lessons, then maybe they would let me in. Indie, yeah, indie's a good one as well. Yeah, I think I would not sing chill. I don't think I could pull off like, you know, like being the lead singer of Linkin Park, you know? I don't think my voice would be able to handle that. I think it'd have to be something chill. Or just K-pop, because like, you know, I think dancing would be fun. I'm excited to learn Like Jenny. I saw the K-pop dance lesson woman on YouTube. She said she's already learned Like Jenny. she's already learned it. So I think she'll be ready with the tutorial. She posted a short saying like, do you want to do chorus 1 or chorus 2? And everyone was saying chorus 1, which I agree with. So hopefully she does a tutorial for chorus 1. I'm ready. I'm ready. I haven't danced in a long time, but like Jenny makes me want to dance. So I'm like, okay, I'll get into it. I'll get into it. But I'm very out of shape now, so it might be very painful. I might dance for like 2 minutes and then immediately fall on the ground. So we'll see how that goes. Collapse after one verse. Honestly, it's so tiring. I danced to Perfect Night for like 30 minutes and then I was like lying on the floor. I was like, it's not even like, it doesn't even seem that like intense of a choreo. But like, I was like dancing for like 30 minutes and I was like dead. Like, I was like, how is this so hard? How does like 17 do it on like a really intense choreo, you know? They must have like infinitely better stamina. Rush E. Is there a dance for that or? Me and my girlies are tired, for real. We are tired. Your dad sent me to get tomatoes from the shop. Enjoy your tomatoes. Welcome back. Welcome back. We were just talking about if we were in a band. I sang a song just now, and then we were talking about if we were in a band, what kind of band would it be? Because I'm not sure. I feel like I would make music like this, you know? Everyone's making the most of me driving now. Valid, valid. It really opens up the world, you know? It's like I feel like for so long I really dreaded driving, but now it's like now that I'm able to do it, I'm like I can like go lots of places now, which is nice. Driving is so much fun. I still wouldn't consider it fun. Um, but I no longer hate driving. Just got nowhere to go. Yeah, I never understood driving just to drive. Cause I'm like, why would I drive, you know? You're still pretty scared of driving, but I gotta do it to get to work. Exactly, exactly. I feel like the only way I got over my fear or anxieties about driving is just driving more. And like after a while, and you get comfortable, and it's like it's you just gotta do it, cause like and a lot of times you just have to, right? Like you have to go to work. Um, but I always say like people should have a healthy amount of fear about driving. You know, like if I was teaching someone driving, I would rather they're scared rather than like overly confident and like excited to drive. You know, because I feel like you should be scared. It's probably the most dangerous thing you'll ever do in your life, right? Um, a teacher once said that once you drive without even thinking, it means you've mastered. And as much as my head and eyes start around, I don't really think about driving. I mean, yeah, after a while, it's muscle memory, right? As long as you're not like, as long as you're being attentive still. Like, I think some people get too comfortable with driving. And then they're like, oh, I can drive while doing other stuff. Or like, I don't have to pay attention that much, whatever. Um, but after a while, it is muscle memory. You want an automatic car though? Yeah, I think it's crazy that in the UK, manual cars are so common. Cause like in here, like it's kind of hard to find a manual car, even if you wanted one. Pretty much everyone drives automatic. Same in Japan. First time I got on the road, only thing I could think of was move my hands to my left, and that's it. I guess that's an interesting comparison to like games, right? Because we always talk about like for us, like controlling a controller is like second nature, but for someone who is not used to it, you have to think about each movement, and that's something that like I'm obviously not like a new gamer anymore, and I'm pretty comfortable on a controller, but that's something that trips me up as well, because like it's like playing a game, it's like some things that might seem obvious in the game, I cannot process because I am focusing on the controls, right? So like once your mental stack is no longer taken up by like, you know, the basics of like say when you're driving, right? Like once your mental stack is no longer taken up by things, you're going to be a better driver because you're going to notice more stuff around you. But if you're focusing on like, okay, I got to press the pedal, I got to signal, I got to move the steering wheel, I have to look over my shoulder, whatever. The more you focus on that stuff, the less brain space you have for other stuff, right? When I was a kid 30 years ago, most vehicles in Colombia were manual. Now most are automatic. Yeah. Here, these days, everything is pretty automatic. The first month, I was nonstop stalling my car. It's all part of learning, probably. But yeah, it's definitely a lot harder to learn how to drive on a manual. You couldn't not start your dad's car. Give it a try to learn manual. Yeah, I cannot drive a manual either. But like here, you don't really need to know how. But that's crazy. Like I could technically rent a manual car and it'd be like legal for me to drive it. But like I obviously cannot drive it. You know, not lots of K-pop dancing is taking up your brain storage. Do you dance, Ratsy? Do you know a lot of dances? I didn't know this. Can we see it? The cars on your left felt so freaking close. I know they are close. I've gotten used to like. Honestly, I wasn't used to driving in tight spaces until I drove in Japan, and I was like centimeters away from other cars, and I was like, oh my god, are we really driving like this? And after a while, I'm now much more comfortable in tight spaces with my car. You don't watch all the music videos without learning the dances? Are you sure? Have you tried to do it? Because like looking at the dance and recognizing it and knowing it is different than being able to do it. Because like you get a rough idea, but you still need to do it, and you still need to do it yourself to learn it. Because sometimes they do stuff and it looks easy, but then you try and you're like, I look stupid. Like you're like they look cool while doing it, and why do I look weird? We drive a manual. The steering wheel's on the right side, and drive on the left side of the road. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that was another thing too. Like driving in Japan, more than driving on the left side of the road, the wheel being on the right side of the car was weirder. Cause like you look in the mirrors and like it feels weird. Cause you're like you're so used to the mirrors being a certain way. I look in the mirror and it's like everything's backwards how you expect, right? A lot to start with. This looks easier than it is. Maybe you're a dance prodigy, Ratsy. You're the new Lisa. Oh, you're okay. No, opposite. It looks easier. It looks easier than it actually is. Yeah. Okay. Give you a whole new appreciation for dances. I thought you were just like, wow, every K-pop dance is so easy. I sometimes park on a one-way street, and parking on the left side is not as hard as I thought. Parking on the left side. Oh yeah, I never thought of. No, I often park on the left side. Is that wrong? Oh no, yeah, you would normally park on the right side. That's a good point. Yeah. Regular parking in the manual on the left side. I don't know how manual cars work. I'm sure like once you understand how you're supposed to do it, it's fine. But like I don't know anything about how that's supposed to work. And I'm like, why? Like, what's the point of manual cars? Can anyone clarify what's the point of manual cars? Like, why have manual cars when automatic cars exist? You know? Pulling into a parking spot on your right is scarier than the left. Yeah, I always prefer parking on the left as well. If I pull in frontwards, I cannot pull in on the right. It just doesn't work. I always have to, if I go in front, I have to always go on the left. I will go in like a circle around and come back. Reverse park over forward park? Absolutely, yeah. My backup camera is so superior. It's so much easier to park. It's almost, and even when I don't really have Even when I don't have like a good backup camera, I prefer reverse parking. But the sense of achievement when you're forced to park in a way you don't like is so fulfilling. I'd rather just park further away. But yeah, if I'm parking on the right, I almost always reverse. Unless I really need to have like a really big like item that I need to put in the trunk or something. I don't know. And Wakamin Peel, manual is just for fun nowadays. You can pretend your family sedan is a sports car. Manual is harder to steal. That's true as well. Is it fun though? Isn't it just more annoying? But in some countries, it's more common. Like in the UK, manual cars are quite common. I think it's just like there's probably like economic reason for that, but I think at least in America and Canada, it definitely does feel like people have manuals just for fun. And a lot of car models these days, like you can't even get a manual version of them. I'm pretty sure manual has better maneuverability for some stuff. Really? Like going uphill or something? Can I link an appropriate parking related office clip? Sure. Dream car? I don't have a dream car. I'm not a car person. I don't care as long as it's safe and it's easy to drive and it takes me from point A to point B. Then I actually don't care. I like features in the car, like good backup camera. Oh my god, the feature I love in my car aside from my backup camera that shows you where the car will go. Aside from that, the feature I like the most is the heated steering wheel. It is so nice. Like heated, I don't really care that much about heated seats, but heated steering wheel is so good. Cause I feel like I just always have cold hands. And like it's such a nice feature. You got a fancy backup camera? Yeah, I can't. It's so like, you know, some backup cameras they just have those lines, but they don't move. Mine, if you turn the steering wheel, it moves, so it shows you exactly where your car will go, which is really OP for backing up. Heated steering wheel. Yeah, my car is fancy. Heated seats are so nice. My friend loved that I turned it on for them on my way to pick them up. I don't love heated seats. Cause I just feel like I have a warm butt, you know? like I'm like, I kind of want the rest of my body to be warm too. I don't know. Is it particularly important when navigating hilly terrains, or when precise gear selection is needed for specific driving conditions? I feel like automatic could still do it. No. Manuals consume less fuel, although now that there's not so much difference. Feeling in control with the gear shift is greater. I see. In any case, from Europe, we're now almost all our manual from 2035. 2035. Gasoline cars will not be sold, and electric cars are automatic. Oh, okay. Good point. I feel like here the electric cars are not ready to be like fully sold, right? Cause like here, like we have electric cars are very common, but they're still like, I don't think we're at the point where they're gonna be like fully replaced. And welcome in, Sergio. That's like hacking the backup camera. Fair enough. I mean, I am hacking. It feels like a video game when I'm backing up. Just carry a whole heated blanket everywhere. I love my heated blanket, so I would love to. If it could be like battery powered and not have to be plugged in, I would be very happy with my. I could bring my heating blanket everywhere. Countries are not really prepared for electric cars. Yeah, I feel like here, if everyone switched to electric, we'd be like fighting over the charging spots, you know? Because like we have a decent amount of charging spots, but like it's not enough for like everyone to have an electric car, you know? I don't think we're quite ready for that. And electric cars are still way more expensive than normal cars. So it's still it's definitely still not there yet. Because a lot of people wouldn't be able to afford electric cars. You prefer acoustic cars? Me too. Me too. An a cappella car? Unless they improve their batteries a lot, electric cars have no future, at least in Europe, where everyone drives a lot. I mean, people probably drive more in NA, you know? Petrol and diesel cars will be banned from 2035 in your what? Only electric cars are allowed? That's crazy. That's futuristic. Is there enough car chargers for everyone? Because I feel like there would be fights. I feel like there would be fights, like, over cars, you know? Over chargings. Isn't NA mostly urban driving? Probably, yeah. You're off to Stardew. Good luck in Stardew. Say hi to Penny for me. UK is banning petrol and diesel cars in 2035? Is that, like, confirmed? That doesn't sound right. Ratzerg. I was want to say, like, Angorg, you know? But, like, it looks weird when I type it like this. Because it looks like it's, like, Angorg. But then I'm like, should it be, like, Angorg? But then that doesn't seem right either, right? I can say it out loud, but if I type it, it's, like, weird. You believe... I believe that in Europe, they will not be sold after 2035. And I believe that in California, for example, they'll be similar? I see. Bye, Ratzi. And Michi Games, me? Are you making me leave? Angorg sounds like George seems like George. And George. Maybe you are a George, you know? The topic is insane. Oh, me jug sip. Oh, okay. I was like, okay, goodbye, Ricky. Like, I'll leave. Do you want to leave? Maybe now I want to leave, that I'm being ousted. No, I don't want to leave. We still got lots of yapping to do. Although I feel like these days, like, I don't know if I'm like, I talk about this a lot, but like, I don't know if I'm like speaking differently or like, I don't know what's up, but I feel like my throat gets really tired from speaking. But like, I've been yapping quite a bit on the weekends for like a year now. But it's only recently that I feel like my throat gets sore from talking. So I'm like, did I change the way I speak, or like, did I change something? Like, I have no idea. Maybe it's just like the rest of my. Am I just speaking more like, use your head voice? You can't use your head voice while speaking. Like, I guess you kind of can, but not really. Speaking is inherently chest voice. Especially with day blight saving, not enough time in the day to yap, perhaps. Maybe I should need to speak. Well, I was like, maybe I should just speak lighter or like speak quieter, I guess, because I do have a mic, so it's not like I have to yell to be heard. I think maybe when I'm streaming, I just end up talking. I think when I'm streaming, I end up talking louder than I intend to, because I'm just like hyped up, you know. I'm like, I'm like, you know, I'm like live, you know. So I'm like, well, I want to talk loudly, but I guess I just don't need to talk loudly. I could just speak quietly. So maybe that's the reason. I actually have no idea. Maybe I'll just have to. It got better it got better for a bit. So I'm not. I think it's the way. Maybe I just need to speak from my diaphragm. I have to properly support my voice. Maybe that will help. I'm sure it will help though, because like it will strain your throat less. Entertainment mode on, maybe. Do you have a streamer voice? I don't think so. I think I just like, you just speak in a different way when you know people are watching. You know what I mean? I think that's the diff. I don't think I speak differently. I think I just maybe speak in a more animated way on stream versus off stream, like more energy, more energetic. Maybe that's it. Like if you check a clip or VOD, do you hear a difference? I don't think so. I don't think so actually. Like if I'm talking to like my family, it's like the same. Or if I'm talking at work or whatever, it's kind of the same. Miji doesn't lisp off stream. I'm faking it. Lisp. I think I just struggle with certain words. One word I really struggle with is statistics. Statistics. That one's really tough for me. I think something's up with that, you know? Even pre-braces. I really struggled with statistics. It's gotten better. Like I cannot say that with my retainer on. Miji's baritone IRL. That's true. Yeah. IRL, my voice just like rumbles. It's like Zhongli. What PC do you have? I have a thing. I have like a list of my specs. I cannot answer off the top of my head. I'm not a tech guy. Those are easy. What do you mean? What? Statistics? In Wakamin law, you struggle with consecutive R sounds. Merger. Is English your first language? Putting in a retainer for one word is so funny. I'm just saying, I know I would not be able to say it with my retainer on. I'm like ready, you know? But I feel like whenever I say yes, I feel like now it's like yes, you know? But then when I have a retainer, I kept saying yes. You're 100% saying that accentless, right. The mirror horror pronunciation life hack is just to use a British accent. True. You're just gonna share every time that I have a hard word to pronounce. There's a lot. I think any like, at least for like Japanese people or like Korean people, the R's and L's are very hard. Like any word like curl or like, any word with like a R and L together is pretty tough because it's hard to differentiate them. Wouldn't it be funny to just meet up with a friend you haven't seen in years and just started using a British accent and not even explain it? Hey, I spent one weekend in London, so now I have a British accent. Whoops. February just sends me off. February. I don't think we say the R. February. I think people just say February. No one says February. Maybe someone says February, but I've never heard it. Did that affect you using curl in the terminal? I don't have issues with curl. You're just trying to make a stretch reference to terminal commands. I'll have to ask my mom if it affects her using curl in the terminal. Now, something I talk about with my hairdresser because, like my hairdresser, you know, is a hairdresser, so the word curl comes up often. He's like, he has a really hard time like conveying the word curl. What a life hack you just gave. That's how people pronounce it though. No one says February. It's February. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's like the N in Wednesday. Like no one says Wednesday, you know? It's just Wednesday. I guess the N goes in like before the D, you know? Like it's like Wednesday. Why are we so weird with their pronunciation? These spellings make no sense. You're gonna impress Kimmy with my impeccable February now. Good job. Let me know how shocked she is. I think it's just one of those ones that like it's like a trick spelling, you know? I think it's one that like people often spell it wrong because like the spelling is like weird because there's like an extra letter in there. I wouldn't be surprised if people spell it wrong. Cause like we don't spell January like January, you know? Then why is February? So weird. Like the games and Mija games, it's silent. Yeah, the games is silent. Non-existent. Hey, I played Genshin on Wednesday. Where I live in southern Spain, we shorten a lot of words. I mean, yeah, that's also a thing. Like words get shortened, words get like there's like slang. Um, Languages are hard, man. I need to continue studying. I need to continue studying Japanese so I can have better vocabulary. My vocabulary is so bad. English is not that complicated personally, but it's also extremely inconsistent. So that adds up the difficulty to the language. Yeah, exactly. But like pretty much every language is inconsistent, no? Like any language that's been around long enough has like evolved to the point where it makes no sense, right? I think it's just how languages go, you know? Like they just change so much. Like they might have started with like a consistent grammar system, but then over time people just change stuff because it's easier. And it's one of those things where like you don't even think about it. It must be hard to think of like all the like if you're writing like an English textbook, it must be hard to be like to write the grammar rule and then like write all the exceptions. um Norwegian has very simple grammar, but half of the verbs are irregular. I don't even know what an irregular verb is. I've never studied grammar of anything. I don't know, maybe I've never analyzed Spanish nor Portuguese as much, but I'd say it's not as inconsistent as English. Yeah, who knows? I mean, when you know a language from birth, it's like, or like when you're very familiar with the language, it's like you didn't learn it from scratch. It's like you don't even really think about whether things are inconsistent because you just know, right? There, same but different. Yeah, I mean, but even native speakers mess that up. Your mom is learning English and she always asks me why. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I didn't make the language. Same. My mom does that too. Like, I'll like proofread something for her and I'll be like, oh, it's like this. And she was like, oh, is it always like this or what's the rule? And I'm like, I don't know the rule. Like, I'm like, mom, I don't know the rule. I just know this is right. It's really tough. Cause like I'm not like English teacher. I don't know. You hate that Welsh is like a completely different between North and South. Really? I didn't know that. Like if you're talking to someone on the other end, I'm sat there like, huh. That's crazy. It's not like a dialect. It's just like it's a dialect so different that it's hard to understand. An irregular verb is the one that is not conjugated according to the rules of grammar. Like how bit is the past tense of bite, not bited. Oh, okay, interesting. That's weird. I had a professor ages ago that studied Russian. He said the rules are short and easy, but the exceptions could fill a book. Oh my gosh, Russian seems hard. I feel like every language seems hard. It's embarrassing misusing the wrong there in text. Like, I promise I'm not dumb. Sometimes it just like comes out, you know? 'Cause you're like thinking about something else and then like you end up using the wrong one. Like I know the difference as well, but I have a few times. I'm referring to neutral, universal Spanish. If I count every country's words, this could be a different conversation. Oh no. That's true. There's a lot of different. It's a very widespread language, which makes it confusing as well. It's like French and Canadian French. French and Canadian French, you know? But there's also like French is also spoken in many African countries. I don't know if it's different there, like crazy. Like so many different like I think for me it's like obviously English is spoken in many different places, but at least with Japanese, it's like Japanese is spoken in Japan, right? And there's different dialects, but it's not like, it's nothing too crazy. Spain has 5 official languages. It's a wild country. Yeah, that's a lot of languages. We only have 2 here, and I only know one of them, so it's all good. It's all good. You guys know how my French is. My Miget French is very questionable. Because they let me take an exam instead to get Japanese credits. And I was like, I'll just do that so I can have a free period. I don't think I would have been fluent anyway. I don't think I would have been fluent anyway if I had studied French in school. But my mom almost did put me in French immersion. She was like, I considered putting you in French immersion. So I could have been trilingual. Or I could have been terrible in all 3 languages. Who knows how that would have turned out? Très bien. Que magnifique. That seems like the wrong languages. Salut. Oui, salut. We're also French, man. We all j'aime parler français. All of us. Or are we all j'adore parler français? Oui? Just say oui. Just say oui. Oui. Oh my gosh. We're all so good at French. All I remember from French class is like all I remember is like, you know, just like normal like comment ça va? And I also remember like very specifically est-ce que tu aimes faire, which means what do you like to do, but apparently it's like the worst way possible to say what do you like what are your hobbies? Because apparently it's like really strange. It's a very strange way to say it. I don't know why I learned it like that. One of the reasons English spelling is so weird because the people who worked on the first printing presses were paid by the number of letters, so they made the words as long as they could and added letters and complicated everything. Really? I've never heard this. Capitalism ruined our language. You learned French from a Persona game? Let's go, let's go. I think I used to have a game on my DS called My French Coach, but I don't think I played it very much. I don't think my younger me was like, yes, I would love to play this French learning game. I never, yeah, my French is very, very limited. And you guys know I can only say like 2 things in Spanish, but I'm sure I'll never need anything else. There are more reasons, but this is one of them. That's interesting. Really, it was capitalism. Those people just wanted to be paid, which is fair enough, you know? They should have done the thing where like they just like added extra spaces everywhere, you know? But maybe they it wouldn't count as a letter. What a stupid way to pay people based on the letter. You think you'd like to learn another language, but I had no idea what I'd choose. Yeah, that's the thing, because like it's one thing to learn just for fun, for your own like fulfillment and for your own like, you know, to work your brain a little bit. But if you're learning a language, like I think it would be good to have one that's like practical, like one you would use, right? But for most people, you have no use for another language. Your mom is trilingual, so you'd like want to follow in her footsteps? Well, what's her 3rd language? Maybe you should just learn that one. But yeah, for me, I think I just need to improve my Japanese. I think that would probably be, because that's the one I'm gonna use the most. Italian. Oh, right. I think you told me this. I don't know. Are you interested in Italian? That seems cool. Spanish is always a good one, too. It's a very widely spoken language, as we said. Up for one and go for a quad. You could? You could? Luca S. Cubana. Isn't it Cubano? He's a boy? Is that not wrong? Am I correcting Angel Spanish or am I wrong? As they say. Cubano too. Guys, Angel, you need to listen to my Spanish coaching. I'm the expert, Miju es Cubana, so I will help you. I'll teach you how to say that one thing. You're so good. I'm fluent in Spanish now. Right, it's confirmed. I learned so much from that 2 Duolingo lessons. An attempt was made to invent a common language, Esperanto. That would be easy for everyone, but did not succeed. There's very few speakers. I think making a new language at this point is a bit tough, you know? How embarrassing, I could never live this down. Are you even Wait, you're Mexican, right, Angel? Or am I wrong? Multilingual stream fog, right? I'm amazing at Spanish. I'm stealing your Mexican title. Wait, no. Wait, no. What do you mean? What do you mean, Angel? Oh, Angel Escobar. Okay, you're right. You're sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you were like. I thought you were like. Wait, I forgot. I'm actually from Dominican Republic. I'm actually Colombian. Whoops, I forgot. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're all Cubano and Cubana. Um, Miju es Cubana. Miju is a professional. Thank you, thank you. Muji. Muji is the store. You saw a car with a Mi Parlos Esperanton decal on it last year. Well, you found the one guy. You found the one guy who speaks it. You're Mexican. I mean Dominican. I mean Puerto Rican. You'll find it one day. You'll find it one day. Do a DNA test. It might come up. But yes, we're all that's what I've learned. That's what I learned from. I don't remember anything else from Duolingo except for the drinking hot water thing. You post a picture on Discord. You took a picture of it. Nice. Do you have a lot of pictures? Because like for me, if it was like 1 year ago, it's gonna be impossible to find. How many photos do you guys have on your camera roll? I want to know what kind of people you are, because like there's types of people, right? Some people are like they have like, oh, I have like 10 photos, and then there's some people who have like so many photos, right? How many photos do you have? I don't know how to check how many I have. 6,074. That's a good amount. Where do you find this? 8K? That's a lot. Maybe in storage? You also prune them from time to time. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, it just says the size of the photo. How do I find how many photos I have? Where do we find this? Go to camera roll, look at the top left corner. Oh, I have 9.5K. I'm winning so far. Anyone have more than me? I have 9,589 photos. Guess what, guys? Guess how many photos I have in my Luca album? I started a garden like September. I wanted to start an IG account tracking the growth of one flower. So it clogged my gallery. So you have like, I have like a ton of photos of just one flower. 2K. How many are the flower? Just want to pick. Do you have more, Ricky? I never prune mine. I think it's fun to look back. I'm gonna ask Key. Key has all the photos? You have about 600 of the flower. For proof? Okay, okay. You have about 1.6K. Wait, where'd you post? Oh, here. 45,000? How? Celestianodos. Is that correct? That sounds more Italian. That's only pictures, no video. What are you taking photos of, Ricky? How do you have that many? Because I feel like I take a lot of photos, but like I don't have that many. He has 4,600. I really thought he'd be closer to you. Does he takes a lot of photos. Maybe he like only takes good ones because I have a lot of garbage in my camera roll. Like screenshots and stuff. I don't clear them. I just keep them. Absolutely nothing. Most are WhatsApp images he will send me. That's crazy. Do you not take pictures like out and about? It's literally just like, why don't you just delete? If you don't take them, you don't delete them. You should. That's 14 gigabytes. Wait, where's the thing about the? Oh, it's so small in the car. That's a terrible car decal. Who did that to their car? Mi parola Esperanto. And then that like JPG of their their dog on the car. That's so ugly. Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Okay, did the Discord UI recently change for someone else? When I open the photo, it like makes it full screen. That's crazy. That's why I took the photo. That is really ugly. I would actually rather have the zebra car. Because recently, they're like when you're in a voice call, the buttons are like square now. Did you guys have this before? Before in a Discord call, the hang up button and stuff were like circular, but now they're like really blocky, kind of like rectangular buttons. Have you guys seen this on Discord? Every time the Discord UI changes, I'm like, why did it change? I hate change. You need to change that WhatsApp setting. Yeah, you definitely need to change that WhatsApp setting, Ricky. That's too many photos. It looks like a printed photo glued on. It looks so bad. Why did they do this? I'm struggling with space. Delete the photos, Ricky. You have a simple solution. Delete the photos. They're not even yours. Need you yelling at clouds. What, do you not hate the Discord? Did we all get over the Discord UI change on mobile? What do you guys feel about? How do you guys feel about this? Did we just get used to it? Like the DM tab. Oh, the DM tab changed back. Oh no. We used to have a DM tab, and now we don't, right? I guess I did get used to it, but I still think it's kind of annoying to click on the DMs. It's like all the way in the top left. I feel like Discord makes the worst UI changes, you know? Because like most of the time, on every other app, I don't care that much. Like I think iPhone recently revamped the entire photo library, and like I don't care that much. It's still like okay to navigate, but Discord is so annoying because I use it so frequently. I have so much muscle memory, and they always make like really inconvenient changes. Because now you can't look at the member list unless you tap on the top. Because if you slide to the left, it like just does reply, right? And then the DM tab being gone is so annoying. Because like it's very inconvenient to find. It's very inconvenient to get to now on mobile. And I feel like if you're on your phone, you kind of want the DMs to be there, you know? Which is super annoying. And like, who uses this notification tab? Please? Someone in chat, do you use the notification tab on Discord? Like, when have you ever used that? Do you use the inbox on the PC? And okay, on Discord, on your mobile app, there's like home, notifications, and then like your profile, right? Do you use this notifications tab? Can I leak this? Yeah, this is all public stuff. Like, do you use this tab? Like, you don't, right? Like, no one uses this tab. Me about to shave Discord users. I just want to know, like, if anyone's out here using it. Cause surely you just check the server, right? And you see the notification in the server for people if people replied to you. I don't need like this collection of people replying to my message, you know? And I'm not shaming the users. I'm shaming the people who designed, the people who make the design choices on Discord, you know? I don't know why they think this is better. They clearly, maybe they use Discord in a very different way than I do, but like, I don't know. This doesn't feel right to me. But at this point, I've kind of gotten used to it. I just feel like it's a little bit inconvenient. But the buttons changing and stuff doesn't bother me that much. If you ask me right now, I'm about to find my friends list on Discord mobile. I think it's in the same place that it is on PC, right? Like you go to your DMs and then you... Oh, wait, no, it's not there. Wait, good point. Where is it? Where is the friends list? If you go to add friends, is it there? No, what is this? Maybe it's in like search? No. Wait, wait, good point. Where is the friends tab? Is it in your settings? Oh yeah, it's in your, okay. If you go to your profile and then you scroll down, it's your friends. It's there. What a strange place for them to be. You have to like scroll down. Okay, I guess, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. They keep changing stuff. They shouldn't this they have an entire tab on the bottom of the screen for this notifications that no one uses. That's silly. That's silly. I need to have a word with them. And I feel like people complain every time that they make these changes on Discord mobile, and like I feel like they never listen. They use it to make money. I imagine they do test and choose the most profitable option for them. Maybe the users don't know where stuff are. It's better to earn more money. Yeah, that's true. These days they have like pretty big tabs for like Nitro, and then like there's like that big gifting thing. I always accidentally click like I was accidentally click like there's like a huge place just for like gifting Nitro. I'm like, how often do you gift Nitro that you need to like take up an entire space for it, you know? So that's yeah, it is probably profit driven. I have a feeling it's also like, oh, we're pushing out this many new features, right? I think that's probably another reason as well. They tell the shareholders like, oh, we're releasing new features, even though it's like features like no one wants, you know? That's probably part of it as well. When you search for your friends, you just use a chat. Yeah, probably. Probably. But I guess if you wanted to see your friends list for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't even know who I'm friends with on Discord and who I'm not. Cause like you can still have like the only time I like use the friends feature on Discord is when I want to make a group chat. Cause on Discord you cannot make a group chat with people you're not friends with. Even if you have a DM open with them and you're like able to message them, you cannot add them to a group chat unless you're friends. So I think that's usually the only time where I bother adding people as friends. When I'm like, oh, I need to make a group chat. Can you accept my friend request? That's literally like that's like the main, because like otherwise there's not much of a benefit, because like you can like still message each other, you can still call each other, you can do like pretty much everything without being friends. Like there's not really a point to it, and I don't look at my friends list or my friends tab or whatever they go, wherever they go, you know. But yeah, I think it's on a big issue, because I don't think friends on Discord is like a big deal. It's not like there's like a timeline where you can like see your friends' posts or whatever. Literally the only time I got friended was to be put in a group chat for some mods. So, literally, yeah. I feel like the only purpose of friends on Discord is like to, if you need to make a group chat. But it's like such a weird restriction too. Like you can only make a group chat with people you're friends with. But like you can message anyone individually without being friends. But if you want to make a group chat, you have to be friends. Is that the weird? But that thing has been there since like the start. No, like I haven't had Discord for that long, but like I'm pretty sure that's not like a new thing. It's just like it's always been like you can't make a group chat without being friends for some reason. We could like invite them to a server, or like don't even know. Maybe they just wanted a reason to have friends on Discord. I guess if you have your DMs locked down, like having friends is good, but if you've already messaged them once, I think it just opens up the chat anyway, right? They can message you again after that. So I don't think it's kind of the same thing, right? Like messaging someone initially and like accepting the message request is the same thing as like adding them as a friend. You don't remember I used Discord on release, but that was just for your WoW guild, really? You had Discord since release? I only got Discord when I started streaming. I had a personal Discord, but I only used it for like work. Oh no, sorry, work. For school. Because some of our school classes we had like Discord. COVID for you? Yeah, something like that. I don't think I like to play Among Us with friends. Yeah, I think I had Discord. I think I played with friends on Discord like a couple times, but I wasn't really like gaming with people. Not work. Yeah, I wasn't using Discord at work. You Discord for a year or so, but deleted the account a while later when I was cleaning up my accounts. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. My current account is from 2021. Mine is from late 2020, so it's a bit earlier. But yeah, it's I just made it for streaming because I wanted to make a Discord server for streaming because I was like, that's what the streamers do. They make a Discord server. So then I did. But it's I'm a big Discord enjoyer now, as you guys know. I'm always on Discord. That's the main like social media that I use now. Is it even considered social media? I guess it's like a messaging platform. But I don't really use anything else. So it's a pretty big fan. But I think it's just because I have my server. Like I think if I didn't have my own server, then I probably wouldn't be as big of a Discord user. Because I'm like, I spend like I pretty much only go on my own server and sometimes the stats. But I pretty much don't like participate. I don't think I've really participated in like other servers like regularly, you know. Unless I all the servers I have are like for emotes. Like I have a bunch of servers and they're just like for emotes, you know. Which I think is the way to go. You purge your social media and just have Twitch and Discord. Yeah, I purged my social media like a while ago, like my personal social media, which was a good thing because it's kind of when you stream, it's kind of better not to have. When you stream, it's better to not have a lot of personal social medias where people can find it. So I haven't had personal social media for a long time. I deleted Facebook like years ago, but like no one uses Facebook, so fair enough. I deleted Facebook back in like high school. And I stopped using Instagram like in like 2020, and I think I deleted that account. So yeah, I don't have any like personal socials. You prefer Discord, Angel? You should go over to Discord and leave our Discord. But yeah, I'm not too big on even then like I have like my Twitch. I have like my Twitch Instagram account. But I don't use it too much anymore because I got kind of tired of posting on it. I was like, what's the point? Why am I posting here? It was like kind of fun for a bit, but I was like, what am I doing? You know? Actually crossing a line at this point? Exactly. But yeah, it's I'm not too much of a social media user these days. If Twitch, I mean, obviously Twitch counts, then I am kind of a social media user, but it's not really. I feel like Twitch is not really the same in the same vein as like, it's not really in the same vein as like Instagram, you know? Because I feel like it's very one-sided. It's not like I don't know, and it's all yeah. It's just I think it's just like a different thing. I guess it is like content in that sense, but it's kind of just live. I don't know how I would categorize it. I feel like what I get out of streaming is not the same thing I get out of like posting on Instagram, you know? Because usually when I post on Instagram, I just get weird DMs. I get like nice comments from my friends, and then I get weird DMs. And yeah, you can't yap on it. I guess you could post a really long Instagram story where you're just yapping, you know? Although there is there is Instagram Live, to be fair. Good point. That's not its like main purpose. But yeah, I think for me, Twitch and Discord are my way to go. You can't close DMs on Instagram. You probably can. But sometimes they're entertaining, so I just keep them. But they go to like your they usually go to like your message requests and not your inbox. I don't know which is creepier, Twitch chatters or IG chatters. I think it's IG chatters. Oh, you mean on live? I have no idea. But judging by the Instagram DMs I get, I'm gonna guess Instagram. Cause like as weird as like, you know, we do get a fair amount of weird people on Twitch, but I feel like I always get weirder comments on I feel like I always get weirder comments on Instagram and YouTube. Like YouTube is like really weird. VR chat though. Okay, VR chat would probably be the worst one, yeah. But that's even worse because they're like they can speak directly to your face, you know? Because like at least if it's like a comment, you could just ignore it. You could like it's just like you could just delete it or whatever. But like on VR chat, aren't they like talking to you directly? That seems way worse. And welcome in, Sugar. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, I've never tried streaming on Instagram. I don't know what it's like. I cannot speak to it. It probably depends on what your followers are like. Probably depends on what kind of people follow you. So I think like I don't know. I don't know what my audience would be if I stream on Instagram, you know? I feel like it might be strange. I don't know. You doing good, but out to head to work. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you have a good day at work. And it's not too rough. You found 2 job requests in my messenger inbox like 3 years late a few months ago. You lost money. Were they like legit job requests? Were they like scams? Because I get a lot of texts like that are like, would you like this free job opportunity where you can earn $10,000 a month? So it's like kind of rough. Legit, really? On Messenger? Too bad, too bad. I guess you gotta check it more often if people send job requests there. Maybe you need like a business email there. That's too bad. But I guess, you'll move on to bigger and better things, hopefully. I feel like I never I always get like scam texts from job places and they're definitely not real. And like LinkedIn as well. I don't really get the point of LinkedIn. I'm not a really LinkedIn user. I feel like I only really use it if I want to like keep in touch with old coworkers, you know? But like posting on LinkedIn, I don't know. And I always get like weird scam messages, you know? Or like recruiters. Indeed, gay. Searching for jobs on Indeed. Man, I don't miss job searching. Luckily, I haven't had to do much job searching in my life. I never had like a long job search or anything like that because I think I graduated at the right time. I got pretty lucky with that. So I don't have to like go through all that. You applied to like 50 jobs on LinkedIn, never got anything back. I think LinkedIn can be really weird with the job search. I think they're like their algorithm and like their job description. I think there's a lot of like scam jobs too on LinkedIn. I think their system is kind of weird. Maybe there's a lot of like, or maybe they're just like too competitive, or maybe there's just like a lot of scams on there. LinkedIn makes me uncomfortable. Something about it feels off. What do you mean? You've applied to a few jobs from LinkedIn, only managed to reach the interview phase for one job. I think there's just a lot of fodder on there, you know? Like people just there's just like so much volume of stuff on there. Indeed, gang, for real? We like Indeed here. Okay, okay. I think like I don't like I don't understand like posting on LinkedIn, you know? Like unless you're like if you're like a company, fair enough. But like a lot of people like post about their job or whatever on LinkedIn. I mean, I had your job and could get into some rehearsals for extra money, and that's what they offered. I'm joking on the losing money part because I was too lazy and rejected everything. Fair enough. Fair enough. You don't know if it's cluttered or something too much. Yeah, I think the way they like, there's a lot of like weird like reposts and stuff like that. I never really understood the UI too much. But I'm not like a LinkedIn user, so like I don't really know. It kind of looks like Facebook, doesn't it? I haven't used Facebook in a while. But yeah, and it's full of weird people. Like people like I hate people who are like trying to like network. I really don't like it because it feels like very disingenuous. It's one thing like getting to know people in like your industry or whatever, but like some people like tried way too hard to like network. and they like it just feels uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't care. Like, leave me alone. I think it's really only connecting because you want a job. It's actually fairly common on Twitch as well. I've noticed like there's a lot of people I've made like genuine friends with, like other streamers and stuff that I've become friends with through Twitch, and it can happen like naturally. Like we watch each other's streams or whatever. But then some people will like come into your DMs or like come into your stream, and the way they talk is like so like networky, you know? Like it sounds like they're like a business student, you know? And I'm like, it feels it feels weird. Um, it just seems like they've watched too much like how to be an influencer TikToks or something, you know? You're not gonna dip your toes into being my LinkedIn influencer. Is that a thing? Oh god. It's full of the Sigma grind set guys. You only used it for a few months after uni because their course really pushed us to use it to network. Yeah, yeah. I can't be bothered though. If I like switch jobs, or if I'm like job hunting, maybe I guess I'll use it, but these days I just kind of leave it. I realized mine was like super out of date as well. I was like, I never update mine. LinkedIn influencer is so good. Zirconian stealing your bad jokes. But I have a feeling that's an actual thing. As horrible as it sounds, I feel like it's a real thing. One guy called me a day before I moved to accompany him to his graduation. I was like, how do I tell him? Did you know this guy? Was he your friend? And welcome in, Trem. Happy Daylight Savings Day. Is not that happy when we lose 1 hour of sleep. Yeah, welcome in. What's the name of this song? It's called Off the Record by Ive. It's a pretty cute song, actually. I'm not a big Ive listener, but this song is cute. I love songs with this vibe. I feel like it's very cute and age appropriate. Big fan. Ive, Liz, are you gonna list them all? This is Ive? Yeah, it was, yeah. The song just changed, but it was Ive. I think it's like a B-side. I'm not sure. Something like that. But yeah, I really don't like the grind set culture people. I don't like when they try and talk to me. Like they can do their own thing. I don't like when they try to talk to me. I blame society for robbing us of 1 hour of every year. For real, for real. We need to abolish it. Seeing everyone on there acting like they got their entire lives together on LinkedIn nearly broke me after uni. Is in such a bad place trying to find work. I'm sorry. I feel like LinkedIn has the same thing, right? Like it's like the job version of like social media, and everyone only posting the good stuff, right? Because like no one's posting on LinkedIn being like, oh, I've been looking for a job for 6 months, you know? I guess it's just very job specific. And I feel like LinkedIn only tells you to post when you're like you get a new job or like whatever. Or if you get like a promotion, or I don't know what information you could put on LinkedIn, but like it's probably stuff like that. I worked on a school, and if people needed pianists, they would give them my number. Fair enough. You didn't know the guy though? Oh, do you mean a company like play piano at his graduation? Or do you mean like I thought you meant like go with him? But do you mean like a company in like being his accompaniment? Can you believe that Afterlife has been stuck on repeat even though it was released 3 years ago? Oh my god. Don't even. I went to this restaurant. In London, and for some reason, their playlist was like after like one other like random song, and then after like again, and then another random song, and then after like again. And I was like in this restaurant for like 30, I was eating dinner, and I was like, how many times did I hear after like I was like, what is wrong with it? I think they like messed up their Spotify queue or something, because it was like infinite after likes. But it would play like other songs in between. So weird. I felt like presents too. I mean, it's just the word is the same. Like looking back, I did pretty well graduating in July, got your job in November. Yeah, you did great. But social media makes it seem like you're a failure if you don't have a job straight away. I mean, yeah, because like only the people who have a job straight away are posting about it. It's like um it's like confirmation bias. Not confirmation bias is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. English is not that hard. English is so simple. No, I think it was just like if you say like accompany someone to graduation, it's probably like going with them is the more common way to say it. But I guess in your context of like being a musician, accompany means like something else. After like lived, you mean I mean, it was nice for a while. Like I don't hate the song, but I was like, that's kind of odd. Like at a restaurant, you know, for them to like play the same song over and over. Because usually you go to a Korean restaurant and they're playing like a nice K-pop playlist, you know, or like some ballads, something like that. Um, the song is addictive. You think I enjoy it more because of how it has the interpolation of "I will survive." So the nostalgia from the disco song makes it feel fresh. That's true, but I feel like um in pop music, like 80s kind of vibe was like, I guess, is that disco? I'm too Gen Z. But like for a while, like there was so much 80s style music, right? There was a lot of um there was a lot of that vibe. It was like super super common for a bit. But I do like After Like. It's that's the one that's the one with like the dance break, right? I think it's fun. But I'm not a huge IVE listener. The only time I'll never forgive a restaurant skipped Maniac. What? They started playing and they skipped it? Rude. You should have gone up and been like, hello, did you skip Maniac? That's funny. I don't usually pay attention to them. I like when they play like the videos. When I'm at a Korean restaurant, when they play videos. Speaking of samples, why was everyone in K-pop sampling classical music in like 2022? I don't know. There's a lot of trends. Like in pop music, it's always like, oh, this is the new thing. Everyone's doing this. Um, or maybe it's just like the same guy. Just one guy who wanted to sample classical music and then he did it. He was like, oh, he wrote Shutdown. He wrote Feel My Rhythm. Don't know what Itzy sampled, but something like that. Maybe it's just one guy. He was really into it. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure like people are there. Jenny is in like a maybe controversy was a strong word, but like I'm pretty sure people are saying Jenny when a Jenny song sounds like a Bollywood song. But I feel like this always happens. Like with like so many songs, it's like, oh, this song copied this song, but it's like there's only so much like a lot of melodies and a lot of hooks are like reused. Or like very common in pop music or music in general. So it's like there's so much of these like unless you have like evidence that like they specifically copied your song, like I don't think you can really be like, yeah, they copied it. They have the same chord progression or like they have the same beat. Like, yeah, there's gonna be another song with the same there's gonna be another song with the same similar melody. It's gonna be another song with a similar beat. Like, yeah, it's hard to be completely original. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's always gonna sound similar to something. And like that's okay, you know? Sometimes making stuff similar is like can um can even evoke certain feelings like a leitmotif or something or sampling. Um the thing is pop music is easy to replicate, so sometimes few songs will have the same melody. Exactly, exactly. That's another thing. Like I was looking at Jenny's album on YouTube, and one of her songs, I think it's Start a War. People are like, oh, um, the hook, sounds a lot like a One Direction song, and it also sounds like it's the same hook that's also in Apatu as well. Um, and like I'm like, it's just everywhere, you know. They're like, oh, it sounds like this, but like, yeah, so do like 12 other songs, you know. So it's just one of those things. A lot of melodies get reused. They're very common melodies, or like very common, very common beat that's used, or very common guitar riff that's used. It's like it's a lot of the same stuff sometimes. Um, Imitation is another form of flattery. Yeah, as long as it's not done like copy paste. As long as it's not like full on copy paste. I usually like. There's always gonna be like people talking about it, but it's like, come on. The first thing my counterpoint teacher taught us in class was every musical combination is already created. You'll never come up with something new, just new ways to mix it. Yeah, exactly. Like you can't you're never gonna make like a new chord that no one has ever made before. There's only so many. There's only so many like notes. The forbidden chord. Oh, we don't talk about that chord, Angel. You cannot play that chord. It will summon Voldemort himself. But sometimes they do like straight up copy stuff. Like I remember when Red Velvet had Power Up. I remember when Red Velvet had Power Up. The woman who made the outfit straight up copied another outfit, and like she like it was like confirmed. Like she like actually just took it. Why does this song sound like an anime soundtrack? It's not. It's Korean indie rock. I don't think it's a soundtrack. Sometimes they do like K-drama soundtracks. C flat 5 sharp 79 add sus 14. Oh my god, that's the forbidden chord. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I think there was something about the outfits being copied. I feel like outfits is like, I don't know, who knows. But I think a lot of like the song copying like controversies are so silly. It's just like the ones that people choose to focus on. Power Up actually uses the forbidden chord if you listen hard. Actually, Power Up is interesting because it's a very upbeat song, but one of the chords is very dissonant. Like it's like an upbeat song, but there's like a weird I don't know what it is, but there's like a minor chord in there somewhere, or like the one of the notes they sing is very dissonant. It's very interesting. I think Red Velvet actually does that a lot. They kind of sometimes they use a bit of a unusual melody in their song, which is fun. KDA also makes these. Is this a conspiracy? Are they all in on this forbidden chord? They call it the fourth of the devil, and if you had a voice those notes, the theme sounds Chinese. So something Chinese culture avoided or something like that? Oh, there is a forbidden chord. I think I heard about it. I think I heard it was about dying. Oh yeah, 4 means death, yeah. Some just guidelines someone told me. Okay. Forbidden chord. We cannot speak of this forbidden chord. KDA? Should we show them how we do it every day? They will not. They will not. And welcome in, Sacred. How are you doing today? I don't play, I don't fit in a Oh my gosh, I'll have to see if I still remember the more dance. When I do my when I get back into dancing, I'll have to see if I still remember Pop Stars and More. I'll have to see. It's been a while. Doing alright. Just finished a game called Lost Records. Did not enjoy it. You don't recommend this game? Well, I'm sorry, it wasn't a good game. Sometimes there will be duds, yeah. I think it's been a while since I played like a bad game though, because like I usually play a game based off people saying it's good. Like there's definitely games that like I've played that I don't like, but I'm like, oh, like I can be like, oh, I understand that the target audience for this game will like it. It's a good game. Like I'm not saying it's a bad game. Sometimes I just don't like a game, but I think it's been a while since I played. Actually, no, the last bad game I played was Security Breach. Let's be real. The last bad game I played was FNAF Security Breach. And I will confidently say it was not a good game. At least at the time I played it. I played it on release and it was not a good game at the time. Also, Pokemon. Okay, yeah, I've actually played bad games. I've definitely wasted my money on some games. Although I wouldn't say Scarlet Violet was a waste of money because I feel like, you know, like in terms of the quality of the game, it's a waste of money. But in terms of what I got out of it, it wasn't a waste of money because I think like, you know, I got a full stream playthrough on it on stream. We had a good time. And we did like a battle stream. I thought that's fun. I got maybe paying $50 for the DLC was worth it to get Matcha Gotcha, but I guess I could have just had someone trade it to me, so I don't know. Maybe not worth it, but like I do like Sinistra, whatever its name is. Definitely not. You definitely don't recommend it. Got it for free. Okay, fair enough. Glad you didn't waste your money on it. Scarlet was fun, not worth buying. Not good, but fun. Yeah, I agree. Like I had a good time with it, but is it worth the money? Is it a good game? Is it a high quality game? No. Did I enjoy it? Yeah. But do I feel bad spending my money on, like, do I feel bad giving them my money for them to produce a game of that quality? Yes. So I guess what I'm saying is that if I could have just like gotten the game for free, like if we could have just, somehow acquired the game without paying for it, then it would have been okay maybe. Because I feel like the fact that their sales are so good despite their games being so low quality, that's my issue. So it's like, we'll see. But I did have like a decent enough time playing it. Was it $90 worth of fun? Maybe not. If it was probably like $50 worth of fun, something like that. But there's definitely there's a lot of Switch games. If I had to rank my Switch games on like how much I regret buying them, number one would probably be like Shining Diamond. What is it called? Shining Pearl. That one I regret the most because not only was the game not of high quality, I also did not have fun. But maybe chat had a fun time watching me not have fun. Brilliant for honestly, it doesn't sound that off. But maybe it was worth it just to have a document of me fighting Cynthia, Because like I feel like it's a rite of passage to fight Cynthia, so maybe it's worth it just for that. That's possible. My hour and 15-minute Cynthia fight, maybe having that on the internet is worth it somehow. But if I was like playing the game myself, I think it's different too, because like there's a lot of games where like if I was just playing it by myself, it would not be worth it. But like playing it on stream makes it more worth it. I don't know. You love watching me not have fun? Thank you. But you also get your own amount of pain watching me do these battles, I think. Like I have a bad time going through like the tall grass, and like I have a bad time going through Victory Road, but then everyone else has a bad time watching me like revive cycle on like the Elite Four, So like I think it's the trade-off, You have to sit through 75 minutes of me fighting Cynthia. So maybe it's a trade-off. But Victory Road, man, really sucked. Victory Road is like the worst experience I've had in like any game. Actually, is that true? What would be my worst gaming experience? I feel like it's Victory Road. in that game. I was like, what the hell is this? Who invented this? I hate it. I think it's something that'd be worse. I actually have no idea. I mean, maybe playing FNAF as well. Like Security Breach. Regular chatters were laughing at you and backseater pros were mauling. I mean, the pros can pro, but like, I won. I've never wiped. So I won. It does work. Like the thing is, my strategy in a casual playthrough does work. Like you will never fail if you have enough revives, right? Cuz like no matter what move can kill you, if you can stall them out till all they can do is like an ineffective move or just struggle, you will always win. It will just take a really long time. Which is and it'll take a lot of money because you'll have to own a lot of revives. But you know, you will always win. Is what I'm saying. And if you have a Rocky helmet too, like Rocky helmet will also get you quite far. I know people do use Rocky helmets in professional in like VGC as well too, so who knows. But yeah, it's the way I play, I don't know how it came to be. I think I just like didn't really understand how the I didn't really understand how like the turn-based mechanics work, or like how if you just heal, they'll just hit you again, then you have to heal again. You know, I feel like I just didn't the actual proper playstyle did not click with me at the start. So I just ended up in this weird cycle of where I just keep healing. But now I'm just committed to it. Like even if it's slow, even if it's inefficient, I'm just committed to it because it works for me. But now and then I have used more advanced strategies. Like when I played Scarlet and Violet, I did switch out against Gita. So it was pretty. I think I switched out to like be immune to one of her moves because I was like, oh, she's gonna do Earthquake. Let me switch out to like a levitating Pokemon. So I do know how these strategies work. I just tend not to do them. As long as you heal more than they deal damage. Exactly. I just have to calculate how many potions I will need. I just use my trainer's fist and call it a day. Just beat them up by yourself, you know? Go all Super Smash Bros on them and beat them up. But yeah, I think I might have learned the wrong. It might have been one of those things where maybe Rasputin would call it learning the wrong lessons from the game. I think I've done that. But now I'm committed. I think I'm just committed. Instead of learning that, you know, I don't know. I think I don't really watch like normal people play Pokemon. Like, I think I pretty much just watch people who are like Nuzlockers. And I feel like Nuzlockers play. I watch Wolfie, who's like a VGC player, and then I watch like Nuzlockers. And Nuzlockers play in a very specific way because they abuse the AI, right? Because like they know how the AI will behave if you put a certain Pokemon in front of them. Because the AI will always like they're very consistent, right? If you put like if you have Charmander and they have Squirtle, they will always use like depending on the trainer AI's level. If it's like a strong trainer, they will always use like Water Gun or like whatever water move they have. And some trainers will, if they're meant to be like easier, they'll use a less effective move, or they'll use like kind of like a stalling move, like Growl or something like that. They have like a very specific AI. Like Nuzlockers kind of like Nuzlockers use that. They're like, okay, this trainer will do this, so I will do this. It's like it's very specific. And some of the strats are crazy too. Like if they know like there's some of their shots are really crazy. Ever the min maxer? I know. The Nuzlockers are crazy. I was watching a Nuzlocke video last night about he like every Pokemon he uses to beat the gym, he can't use again. That was a challenge, which is interesting because a lot of times like in a Nuzlocke, they just have like they have a few strong Pokemon, and they have like fodder Pokemon that they don't mind fainting. Like they like switch into them to take damage, right? But in this one, the Pokemon you use, you have to get rid of. So you have to be very careful about which Pokemon you use. Smallin's challenge runs are crazy. I remember one where he did his Pokemon game gain negative XP. Yeah, I think challenge runs are interesting as well, because Nuzlocks are one thing. Especially like those games where like, you know, like they're like really intense, like Kaizo or whatever. But like challenge runs are also a whole different thing. You have to think like really outside the box. I know like recently there was those like escape rooms, the Pokemon escape rooms were really popular. Those are crazy too. Like there's so much like creative things you can do with like there's so many creative things you can do with like Pokemon like statuses, and like even if you have like a really low level Pokemon, you can still win, right? So it's like it's very interesting. I do enjoy some of the escape rooms and stuff, but recently I've been watching a lot of no surprises here. I've been watching a lot of Stardew Valley challenge runs. What? Campanella moment? What is that? Or is it Spanish? If it's Spanish, then I need to correct my pronunciation. The song? Oh, the sample. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the songs they're talking about that has the sample. Yeah. That was my Campanella moment. Campanella? I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. I remember I was watching, I don't know if you know Two Set Violin on YouTube. Kemp and Ella, I feel like I had to correct your pronunciation earlier. Lesser known fish disease. Okay, that's not a bad joke. I'll give you that one. I remember I was watching Two Set Violin, listen to this song, and they were so mad. They were like, they were so mad. They were like, why are they pausing on the first note? Because like in the song they go do 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 do, but it's supposed to be like do 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 do. You know, you're not supposed to like hold the first note that long. And they were mauling about this. They were like, why are they doing that? You're gonna get in trouble. I can't tell you why they did that. Maybe they just thought it sounded cooler. Yeah, I have no idea. The L sound. Okay, so it's Campanella. It's not a Spanish. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess for that one guy who was cooking was kept sampling classical music. You saw the Lisa Hot ones yesterday? I didn't watch it. I don't know. I'm not that down bad for Lisa like everyone else. You're interested in buying the bomb? Oh my gosh, good luck, Ricky. Are you good with spice? Rose gang. Even then, like, do I care about listening to her interview? I don't know. Like, do I care what she has to say? I don't know. Maybe. That's the thing, you don't know. You're going straight for the bomb? Maybe we should try maybe you should try a different hot sauce first, Ricky. Maybe you should just try like sriracha first and see how you feel. Lisa, after seeing that latest Jenny music, crazy how Jenny danced harder than Lisa has in her own music. When Lisa is a dancer. But that choreo is great, right? Do you want to learn it? You're not gonna start with okay. Be careful, Ricky. Don't you have gastritis? Would that hurt your stomach? Be careful. Make sure you eat a good meal of rice and potatoes first. But yeah, you guys know I'm a Jenny girl. I feel like I just love Jenny's vibe, you know? I feel like I like Jenny's vibe the most. Although I like Lisa's dancing, I think as an overall like artist, like you know, like a like over like total package, I prefer Jenny. Like in terms of her as an artist. Ricky about to explode. Oh no, who's Lisa from Blackpink? Yeah, I think I would break bones. What do you mean? You've been working out. Your bones are probably stronger than mine. You had gastritis. Is it bad if I had it? I don't know. Like, really strong spice is not good for your stomach. That's why I was like, I don't know if you have like a weak stomach. So I'm just saying be careful. I'm just saying be careful. Because I have a pretty weak stomach, I would not eat that much spice. You'll be yeah, just eat your rice and potatoes and it will line your stomach and protect it. Something like that. Yeah, I'm really excited to learn the like Jenny choreo though. I'll see if I can. Maybe hopefully it's not too hard. Um, I really like the that kind of choreo. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm waiting for Lisa to have a choreo moment. You know. Because I feel like she doesn't dance enough in her videos. Like Jenny had a full-on dance video, you know. Like I feel like we need that for Lisa. Like show the world you're dancing, Lisa. You know. Like I feel like she never got that moment in Blackpink because like Blackpink never had, you know, she never got a dance break in like her own dance break in Blackpink, and like she never like she only has like her own like solo stages and stuff like that. So I'm waiting for a song where she can just have a full on dancing moment, you know? It's like she can dance, she can really dance. But yeah, I think I will wrap it up here. I kind of want to rest my voice a bit because don't know what's going. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Maybe it's just like I think maybe I'm just speaking too loud or like speaking too intensely. Who knows? I feel like my voice does not get tired from singing, but it gets tired from talking. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I'm talking. Who knows? Yeah. I will go eat lunch because I can smell like my neighbor cooking and it smells really good. So I feel like I want my own food. But yeah. I'll be streaming next on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific. Probably some Genshin. We'll probably finish Imaginarium on Wednesday and see how that goes. Other than that, if you want more yapping, that'll be next weekend as usual, 9 a.m. Pacific. I think we have 1.5 more weekends of daylight savings time. So before the European people have their daylight savings, so it'll be a different time until then. But yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. And yeah, take care, everyone. Hopefully, I will see you all next time. Bye.